nights, it's What Fire Cannot Burn. Wednesday nights, The Catalyst. It is St. Ricketts at www.saintricketts.com. Pretty much the goddamn house band. And I love every inch of these guys and their music. New music coming very soon. I've got sample stuff I'm not allowed to give out. Anyway, they are the band. This is the show. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to what I now like to call Wednesday nights Yo 2.0, or just another annex of the Yo Show. Good evening and welcome, Samantha Sophia in the house.
Hi, Sam.
And Balls, it's Tip. Not really sure what that means. Sure, it's an insider, but I'll lay that out to you anyway.
She's on my pool team.
Ah, all right. Very good. A very successful pool team, correct? The one that kept you from watching us on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, I tried, but you know, my team are like children. But I love them. I love all my children. Well, especially the grown ones.
You're the mommy of your little pool team.
I am.
So I am Jeff the Shark Perini. As you know, I am here every Tuesday night with Jewel Tatey. Tom Nussbaum on the house from St. Ricketts with the double horns. Tom, we love you, dude. We love your music. And it actually gives me a thrill. One of the many ideas I had in doing this 2 nights a week is more St. Ricketts, more me. And then we bring in a new co-host every week. So this week we got a brand new co-host. Her name is Angela Marie. As you see, Angela, good evening.
Hi.
So a lot of different reasons. A lot of guests are coming at me, Angela, and said, I want to be on the Yo Show. I want to be on the Yo Show. I want to be on the Yo Show. Next thing I know, me and Jewel are booked out to like December. And I'm like, what are we going to do with all these other people? So I said, you know what? Let's go 2 nights a week. And let's mix it up. Let's do a little bit more of a soft feel, not quite the same things we do. Bring in guest hosts who are new to webcasting and podcasting, or amateurs with their own show, and just bring in more audience. More St. Ricketts, the whole 9 yards, and this is where we're at. So this is your very first podcast/webcast, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
I got to tell you, the worst possible way to start is sitting right next to me, because this is like, it's a career killer. I'm not going to lie, this is awful. You poor thing. All your friends are like, it's Angela. Who the hell is that guy? You get used to it.
He fits in right along with all of us, I promise.
Outstanding. I love that. And I try to. And Angela, through the magical world of social media, and you kind of know how it works. Some people use social media for the good. Some don't know how to use it. I'm somewhere in the middle. We have a lot of actual mutual friends. We're pretty much from the same neighborhood. And we've seen each other commenting on other people's things. We comment back to each other. And you say, this person seems pretty cool, funny, whatever. Next thing you know, the friend request comes out. You become friends. You share some chit-chat. And then I, kind of got her little bit of me-isms where she's got that no filter, just kind of shoot it out and let's have fun attitude. And I'm like, let's try this one night. And tonight's the night, and here she is. How do you feel, man?
I'm still waiting to see if anybody can do your challenge.
I agree. The challenge for all you out there watching and all you who will tune in later. And you know what? Even if you tune into the replay and you want to send her a message, the challenge is to see if anybody can make Angela uncomfortable. Because,
it's very hard to do. It's very hard to do.
So you tell me, and you seem pretty cool, pretty relaxed. I still get nervous every time. It's amazing. I've been doing this for got close to 200 episodes, and 3 or 4 years. And every time I sit in this chair, I still feel the nod of make sure I do this correctly.
I sat here and I FaceTimed myself to make sure that I looked good with the headphones. Feeling like I'm on. He's got to make a left turn, just a little bit.
It's very professional. I enjoy it. I used to have headset for the longest time, and then it just, when you do the host end of it, you really got to make sure you got good equipment because it butchers the hell out of the music. Now, on the other end, on like the guest seats and all, it's really not as big a deal. But man, if you listen and watch some of the early episodes, the music and the audio is pretty dreadful.
Well, we're going to thank my daughter for these because they were mandatory by school, and they're fabulous.
They sound great. I mean, it sounds crystal clear. And the fact you can hear me is awesome as well.
Crystal clear.
So Samantha said that she's old, so she's not really your child.
Sam.
There it is. Man, so yeah,
Sam.
Old, though. She's cute,
though. Italian women's own age, baby girl.
Italian men don't. Now, if I shave this thing, I look like I'm 12. And I'm not even close to 12.
That's usually how that works.
Exactly. I keep it because the missus liked it. It was a COVID thing. One day I got laid off of work. I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. And the fuzz kept coming and coming. And normally I'm not a beard guy because it grows in spots. But I'm like, yeah, hell, let's see what happens. And here we are all these months later.
See, I'm the worst woman in the world because shaving to me is just beyond tedious. It's like after it gets, a foot and a half, I'm like, all right, I guess we got to take out the weed whacker here.
I'm the same way, man. I hate shaving, honestly. And
plus, it keeps you warm in the winter. I mean,
true.
Oil's expensive.
I'll keep it, I'm a married man, so I'll keep this PG rated on what else ladies like about the beard. Just get my head a little rub, Keeping it fairly clean, trying to keep it clean anyway. I mean, I'm sure that the major audiences and the major radio stations are watching Angela to see if she's worthy of a spot. Or just a bunch of your friends. I don't know. Either way.
Probably just a bunch of my friends. But it's all right. I love them all, so.
That's awesome. And we welcome everybody new here. And like I said, if you like what you hear, we're here Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights. And if Angela does a good job, maybe we bring her back now.
Yeah, I might come back. We'll see.
Tonight, Angela, great guest. And I love doing this as well to anybody who sits in our chair. Because we get great guests. We got great PR.
I thought I was sitting in my chair.
Well, I mean,
okay.
Like, this general.
I'm only messing with you.
Because if we sit in the same room, the echoing is terrible. Tried it before. It did not work. So anyway, our guest tonight is a great actor. He's got 2 brand new movies coming out. One is called Karen. You can only imagine what that's about. And the other one is a Lifetime movie, and our fans love Lifetime movies. Cheering for Your Life. He'll be out here around 8:30. His name is Mr. Roger Dorman. Let's give a little round of applause. That's going to be very excited for that. Roger is a studly-looking man for the ladies out there. Make sure you check him out. We're going to talk about the movies, his career, the whole 9 years. We're going to see how Angela handles. We don't call it interviewing here. We call it chatting. Interviewing is so.
I talk to everybody. Like, most people don't even want to go with me anywhere because they're like, you just don't stop. You talk to everybody. And I'm like, well, you only live once.
I live with that in the house. I know what it's all about.
I have a 7-year-old.
Oh, then you know.
The talking is nonstop.
The best thing is I'm going to try something new tonight. When Roger comes on 8:30, I'm going to bring him into the show, and then I'm just going to walk away. And I'm going to just let you handle the whole deal.
Oh, man, I don't know what's going to happen there. I might end up on a plane with him into Peru or something.
Yeah, you see that.
Is it nice in Peru this time of year? Hold on, let me Google.
I'm sure anything is better than the nonsense going on outside. This is the first ever show I think I've done with a chance of tornado. So.
Oh yeah, I actually had to turn every TV and everything off in this house because every 30 seconds it was beeping, and I'm like, this did not happen when I was younger, by no means, and now it's like constant.
And it gets props that Tracy said she can't believe how.
Hi, Tracy.
In a tornado.
Come on, Tracy. I talk to everybody, and it's like this is nothing. This is what Florida experiences like twice a week, or I should say more twice a day.
She said, "Look out your window." I
can hear it.
I'm in the basement. The only thing I have is one of those old school foxhole windows.
See, to me, it's soothing.
Yeah, to me, it's like sunny Florida, like you said, because I see nothing. But
yeah, I lived in Florida for a year, and we had a cycle of a drought, but for the most part. This was like twice a day, and then it instantly went back to sunshine and warmth and humidity, so your hair was out to here. But to me, this is soothing. I could listen to the rain all day.
So let me ask you a question. What the hell brings you from Florida back to
Work.
Levittown?
Work.
Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Levittown. I live 5 minutes from Levittown. I'm on the Langhorne-Levittown border.
Okay.
And as I told Angela, I'm drinking the official beer of Levittown, Golden Monkey, of course. It's like, you can't be in Levittown and not drink Golden Monkey. Fabulous. And me and my wife, like, every time something goes severely wrong or you see a crazy person walking down the street, we call it Levittown's finest. But we say it in a loving way. Because Levittown is, it got a lot of praise too. Thank you. Levittown
Tracy is as bad as you and I. I love you, Tracy.
I'm sorry, maybe not sorry to hear that though. But
yeah, not sorry. Not sorry at all.
But Levittown, and correct me if I'm wrong, Angela, you'll know. You're either the person that's loved by many in Levittown and becomes like family, or you're the person hated by everybody in Levittown and you got a bullseye in your head with every bar, restaurant, store you walk into.
Oh, 150%. And I'm definitely 50-50 in that spectrum.
Oh, wow. Okay. I try to keep good graces. I like to
see.
Go ahead.
I can only be so nice. Sometimes Levittown becomes Levittown. That's the best way that I could put that.
Yeah, I agree. And those moments, it's kind of funny because people will be out drinking, and depending on the mood, and people will say to the wife like, "Hey, where are you from?" And depending on how many she's had, she'll be like Langhorne or Levittown. Like if we're fired up, she's left from Levittown.
Most people who leave Levittown always come back, and I swore that like I would never come back from Florida. I came back, and now I'm waiting to go back down south.
Yeah, she says she's both.
I am. I am 100% either loved or hated.
So, I ask you a question because one is Langhorne or Ben Salem maybe, and one is Levittown. Murphy's or Humeville Inn?
I have my own issues with Unionville, so I'm going to definitely go with Murphy's. And that says a lot because anybody who knows me knows that I am not a Murphy's fan. Sorry to anybody who is. I still love you guys. I'll shoot your teams. We'll be cool, but not my favorite bar.
I love Murphy's. I love a lot of the crew there, but it's nothing but trouble.
Exactly.
See,
exactly.
Says either, and Tracy says Murphy's. Okay,
Tracy.
Tracy and Murphy. I like the Humeville Inn because I'm a beer snob, but even at Murphy's, the manager Sean is starting to get a little more into the craft beer thing. So me, you give me a nice beer and.
See, I'm going to be biased because my pool team's out of it, but I'm a stadium person.
Now, stadium, which one?
5 points.
5 points. Okay, too many cops around Humeville. Not as much anymore. A lot of them go in, but not as many waiting. Everybody says, "Oh man, you'll leave," and I've left there with one eye closed, so I don't know. But I actually don't really do stadium. I know of stadium. I've been there once or twice. But, to me, I'm 10 minutes from Murphy's, 5 minutes from Humeville.
I used to live down the road from there. Actually, I worked there years ago.
Now, is that a play on words that you call it the Stabium?
No, unfortunately, a while back there was an incident there, but
no.
Again, the reputations of Levittown uphold itself sometimes.
Absolutely. But I tell you what, this whole area, the area as a whole, Levittown, Langhorne, Bristol, the food selections are outstanding.
Absolutely.
There's always great bars to be had, no matter what you're a fan of. And I love it around here. Like, the house market boomed. I got a townhouse with a basement, which is unusual for my neighborhood. And a guy came in, one of my real estate buddies, he said, "Dude, new kitchen, I'll get you $325, $350 for this place right away." And that's huge. Like, that's a lot of money. And I'm still like, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? You're going to get all
Go down south. What do you mean?
Down south?
Yes.
In the middle of the hurricane, you see like this Ida rip part of the South's pants off. Leaves everybody their ass hanging
So what
out.
you got to do is you got to go like where I was in Ocala, which is like central Florida. So it's almost like, we'll say the Levittown of Florida. It takes you 45 minutes to go to one beach, an hour and a half to go to the next. So I was 45 minutes from Daytona, I would say, and maybe maybe 45 minutes, an hour to Orlando, hour and a half to Clearwater. So I was central, so I didn't have to really worry about the hurricanes, but it felt like a Jersey drive to the shore. So
That's not too bad. I like
and it's beautiful there. Plus, when you take your dog for a walk, there's all this free food walking down the road. Like, you just want a great fruit, reach up and grab it.
That's not bad. I prefer to dig through the trash cans of Levittown for my free food. Tracy, keeping it real. That's what we do here, though, in the L Town and Atlanta. We keep it real.
I think she expected it when I told her what I was doing tonight. She was like, "Wait, you're doing what?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing it." She's like, "Oh, I got to watch this."
Oh, absolutely. And I'm very excited for it. And, I come in and I let it all hang out. I'm not too shy with it. Like I said, you can curse like a sailor here. You can.
Oh, very well educated sailor.
Yeah, you can. Right. Well, of course. And, I'm not shy. Last week with Yo 2.0, I introduced the homemade apple pie moonshine. And
Oh, that
usually
stuff is so good.
after the guest, I like to not before the guest, because I don't want to be like, "Hey, tell you something about your movies, Dorman. They stink." But that is the cool part, getting to meet great actors. Some are up and comers, some are longtime veterans. We do local bands and everything, so it really is a lot of fun. I wanted to talk to you. We've chatted, but we never actually chat sat down and actually talked. You used to work for an axe throwing company, and the reason why, I got to get into this. We got about 12, 13 minutes before Roger.
All right.
Whose great idea was to bring axe throwing and letting people bring beer into this enclosed hall and say, "Have at it"?
Well, actually, the Canadians started axe throwing.
That makes sense.
And, well, I'm not sure if you drank and did it there, but, us Americans here, we got to add booze to everything. So there went the idea of throwing axes at wooden targets and drinking beer while doing so.
Now, obviously, as long as you don't name names, what are some of the worst things you've seen?
People who don't want it. That's what my mom wanted to say. Honestly, I would say just blatant stupidity. Like, you could tell somebody, "Listen, don't do this or you're going to get hurt." And it's like talking to a 2-year-old. They're like, "Oh, but I want to do it." And then they're like, "Oh, but I got hurt." Well, no shit. And then you have the people who come in and they're like, "Oh, I know what I'm doing. I play basketball. I'm a baseball player." And I'm like, "All right, you don't want to listen for me? Go for it." Nothing. It's just total utter failure. And I would look at them and be like, "So you ready for my advice now? Because you could stick it in one throw."
Yeah, I had to take all the advice. And the guy that ran, we had one of the little private rooms. We did the one around the corner. I don't remember the name of it. The one back in Bristol.
Stumpy's.
Stumpy's, thank you. And the guy's like, "Look, if you don't pay attention to the lesson, you're not going to have a good time. You're not going to know what to do." And he walked us through it, and we ended up having a great time. Of course, there's, like I said, there's that one idiot in every crowd. Like, somebody's walking past it while you're throwing. You're like, "Dude, there's nothing funny about that if I nail you in the head."
Oh, yeah, because even a dull axe is going to do damage. Since I managed it, I had to deal with any and all incident reports. And for the most part, they were only little nicks. But I had this one where the finger, I saw bone, and I was like, I went white. I was like, that is bone, that is tendon, that is everything and anything. And I'm like, "What the hell did you do?" And he goes, "Oh, I put my hand on the target and pulled it out." And I'm like, "The main thing that we told you not to do when you go to the board." And I'm like, "Oh." And I had to take a picture of it for the incident report. And to this day, I still have it in my phone because I always go back to it when people are like, "I know what I'm doing. You don't need to say anything." And I'm like, "You could be like him."
Oh, my God. I just had a couple slices of Domino's pizza before the show, and I got to tell you.
It kind of looks a little bit like Domino's pizza. When it's opened up, you got the cartilage and the muscle and the fat. That's all white. That's your mozzarella cheese. It kind of looks a little bit like a piece of pizza.
That's I may never eat pizza again. That's nonsense. I eat pizza 24/7. So behind you, I'm thrilled because I am a fall/Halloween junkie, and I see you got your Halloween tree up.
Yes.
You got your Halloween designs. Give us a little look-see if you don't mind, and tell us you got, because it looks like wow, that's awesome. You have
it's the Halloween tree. Yeah, and we got a skeleton head. We got all types of light up stuff. On my TV stand, I got all my spooky gear.
Wow. Tracy seems to love it.
Tracy, when I first told Tracy that I was putting it up, she's like, Ange, you can't be doing that. It's still August. And I'm like, no, I got to put it up. I waited until a week ago. All right, maybe like 3 days ago to put the tree up, but the outside's not done yet.
Oh, well, you got plenty of time.
Yeah,
I get a kick out of it. It's still summer. I don't do good in heat.
No, I don't do good heat either.
I'm not the biggest guy. I'm maybe of about 5'8", maybe about 170 some pounds, but I sweat like a 700-pound camel. It's really gross.
A 700-pound camel.
I sweat so bad. It's disgusting. And I can't believe it. Like, I don't know where it all comes from.
We're going to have to buy you some maxi pads so you can stick under your armpits.
It's coming to that. I always tell people, just call me Cardigan because I'm a sweater. I'm bad. It's nasty. I'm sweating right now in a luxury.
So then one day on the Yo Show, I think we should have a live waxing event and see if you could beat the 40-year-old virgin and wax you. Because, removing any unwanted hair will keep you cooler. It's a known fact.
Ooh. I tell you what, I have, and it's a shame though, because before COVID and the lockdowns, Jewel and I had all these things set up. We had a guest on who owns the Pennsylvania Pole Academy, Emily Cipriano. I was going to go pole dance. We had it set up. I was going to go in her place and pole dance on the show.
I could totally teach you how to do that.
I like this. I like this more and more. Check out every Wednesday pole dance on the years. I had a tattoo scheduled. I had a tattoo artist who was going to tattoo me. We had all these things set up, and then nothing. Shut down.
I actually got a tattoo for my last job throwing axes. On the back of my head and behind my ear, I actually now have an axe tattoo.
Now, do you have an axe collection? I'm sure you do.
Oh, yeah. A pretty vast one.
Can we shave it?
No, Tracy. Yes. No, Tracy. Trust me, listen, the one thing that I'm totally digging about this is the fact that I am wearing headphones, because without them, even with my TV off, I'd probably have pay-per-view on or something. Like, the satellite dishes from my head, no, I can't go bald. I can't.
Okay. I get that. My wife did not go bald yet. She's got stage 1 cancer.
Right.
We're trying to bring out the bad stuff. But, she went into her brother-in-law, and he's like, let's not shave it all off yet. Let's go real short. And it's super short, but it looks great. It really does. Looks great on her. But
some women can pull that off, but again, my ears just don't do it. Like, I remember the first story I heard about when I was born was my uncle came in to see me. Like, this was back when you were able to see all the babies in the window. Anybody could walk up.
Yeah.
And my dad and my mom are standing there, and he's like, which one's my niece again? And he's like, oh, pointing to me. And he goes, wait, the thing with the taxi cab with the doors left open? Talking about my ears. And I'm like, a story I will never forget. Like, hi, welcome to the world. You're my niece, but you look like a taxi cab with the doors left open. And I'm just like, all right.
That is awesome. I got this is a piece. I actually have a full head of hair underneath here. Goes all the way down to my ass. I wear this for the effect.
Oh, I agree. I 100% agree.
But yeah, I've been shaving my head since like mid-20s. Because I had been losing my hair very early, and it looked really bad. Like, by my mid-20s, like, I was all the way up to here, and I'm like, all right, let's just let it rip.
You didn't want to get a toupee when on a windy day it would flap and just say hi to everybody?
Never.
I mean, you do smile when you grocery shop, so why not? It could just flap away and wave at everybody. You would make everybody's day. There's not one person that would walk by you and would not laugh. You'd bring joy to everyone around you.
I do smile when I grocery shop. But you see, like, when you watch TV shows, like, I was telling my wife the other night, she had no clue. Like, even when you watch The King of Queens, like,
that show's awesome.
Kevin James has a toupee, and you can see it plain as day, like the different colors and wave in his hair when you look at the back of his head.
Well, they got plugs now, too. I mean, they wouldn't be as funny, of course.
Plugs are even worse. I don't want to leave because you see these permanent scars on your head. All right, let's get down to business. Let's do some serious talk, because me talking about baldness and plugs sure as heck isn't why everybody tuned in. It's why Sonny is tuned in, but not everybody. Very special guest is with us, and we're going to chat with him about movies there. He's got two brand new movies coming out. One is called Karen, which is due out tomorrow, September 3rd. And then
Yep.
on September 4th, the Lifetime movie Cheering for Your Life. Our audience loves Lifetime movies, so I know they'll be checking it out. Let's welcome to the program, everybody, actor Roger Dorman.
All right. Hey, guys.
Roger,
how are you?
Oh, just having a wonderful time right now. Beautiful weather. Can't complain.
Well, we got tornado warnings, so.
Yeah, we got tornado warnings. So if you happen to randomly lose us out of nowhere, nothing personal, we'll catch up to you. But yeah, potential tornadoes out here in our part of town.
Well, I won't rub it in then.
Thank you.
Oh, no, please do, because, it gives the warmth.
Exactly. I could just see the sunlight and the beaming and the brightness like right through.
I know. I'm so jealous.
I can see it. So let's get right to it. Busy guys, some great stuff coming out. Brand new show coming out, or movie rather. Satirical thriller, as it's known as, called Karen. So I think we already get an idea, knowing that Karen is the big catchphrase of the day.
Yes.
It's due out tomorrow, and then it'll premiere on BET on September 14th. Tell us about your character, a little bit about the movie, and what it's all about.
Well, as you said, Karen is a satirical racial justice thriller. It is set up in the backdrop of Atlanta, suburbs of Atlanta, in a very much white neighborhood. And the lead protagonist, Karen, played by Taryn Manning, is
great. I love it.
Oh, she is phenomenal.
She gets quite upset when a African American couple moves in next door to her in a predominantly white neighborhood. So then things start going downhill from there.
I watched the preview, and the beginning part of it, I was like, okay, this is, your standard Karen will say that you see on Facebook, Instagram, everything like that. And more towards the end, I was sitting there and I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, wow. Oh, I'm watching this. It turned into almost like a thriller.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. It gets more and more hairy. I play the role of Mike Wind, her very triggered cop that likes to take things in his own hands, thinks he's above the law. Very racist, and once he gets involved, then things get pretty nasty.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to seeing it. After watching the preview, I was really looking forward to seeing it, and then especially seeing that Taryn was in it, I was just like, oh, she is phenomenal. So I'm 100% intrigued. I actually have it ready to go with a reminder to watch it. So.
And then you have another one coming out September 4th, like back to back. It's a Lifetime movie, which I love. I love Lifetime movies, and I love everybody who plays them. It's always like a great range of acting. It's called Cheering for Your Life. Kind of get an idea what this one's about. Also, but tell us a little bit about your character and what this movie's all about, and how you landed this role.
You bet. So, Cheer for Your Life. It premieres on Lifetime at 8:00 across the board, Eastern and Pacific time, on Saturday the 4th. And it is a teen drama where it centers around a cheerleading squad and their hazing week, their initiation week, so to speak. And things start going downhill when one of the girls ends up dead in the showers, and then goes from there. And that is where my character gets involved. I'm the investigator that is trying to make sense of what's going on.
Oh, nice.
And like all Lifetime movies, there's a twist at the end, and something that you probably wouldn't think. There'll be speculators on what's going to happen, but it's
only about 2% of them are actually correct.
Yeah.
They always have a great twist.
So it seems like you're definitely into the thriller aspect of that. Is that what you would say is like your forte?
Well, it seems that's where I've gone. The last few roles I've been in, the roles that I'm getting ready to film here, coming up here, Q4 and first quarter of next year, are quite a bit different. But the ones I have played the last 3 times, definitely.
And do you enjoy doing that, or is it hard to get into that role?
Well, it's very different from who I am as a person, so it takes a lot of effort. This last role with Karen, it took 3 or 4 months, probably a couple hundred hours worth of effort on Skype with my acting coach, drilling it down to exactly what I needed to do for every scene. And what people don't realize in acting is that, or in real life, when somebody feels a feeling, you're not just feeling one feeling. You may feel 3 or 4 feelings at once that lead to whatever outburst or reaction that you give somebody. And so we have to go in and layer those feelings and those emotions from real life experiences that I've experienced and marry them to the lines and the scenes that come up.
Right. Especially if that's not typically your personality, you have to put yourself into that. So if you feel, say, strongly on one object, but you have to portray yourself as another thing, you almost have to, like, I would say, mentally manipulate yourself to believe that you are that person, to be able to act it the way that it's believable.
And that's one way to do it. Or the other way to do it is to actually go back and remember a real instance in your life where you were really upset about something.
Right.
That gave the same emotion. And so I may be coming across as racist when in reality, I'm upset at my little brother for stealing my cookie,
or right. He ate the last cookie in the cookie jar. No, absolutely. You got to put yourself in that mind state. And that takes a lot of talent to do.
Yeah.
So we've had a couple of great Lifetime actresses on our program. We had Jessica Morris last week, Jennifer Taylor, who was also in 2.5 Men, a lot of Lifetime movies, and they're great. And I always say it's funny because people say, "Oh, she's going to be on. I love her. God, she's such a bitch." But it's because what they see on Lifetime. Do people look at you like, "Oh, there's that guy. He's tough, or he's mean," or do you get that? Do people like kind of look at the actor in you when they see you?
Well, that's the concern. You hope that people can see through and realize these are just actors playing in a movie. But there's always those, just like a character I played, there's always those exceptions to the rule that don't see the difference and think that I'm carrying an agenda or whatever. And of course, that couldn't be anything further from the truth. So.
Now, how does that affect you in your day-to-day life when you see or encounter that, if you don't mind me asking?
So far, people have been pretty good. I'll wait to be seen here with the release of Karen, and I'm the face of police brutality and racism amongst cops.
Yeah. No, I understand, because like I said, as soon as I knew that I was coming on here, I was like, all right, I'm looking this up. I want to watch all of these. And so I could definitely see where you're saying, like, we'll see what happens after we all view this, because we're going to be viewing a completely different side of you.
And I don't, just so you know, I don't even recognize myself when I watch myself in that movie.
Is it weird watching yourself in anything?
Absolutely. Like, I know what I experienced and went through, but to see myself on camera. I mean, most actors will tell you that they generally don't like watching themselves in their own movies.
I get that way, and everybody says, doing webcasting, podcasting shows, etc. They say if you can't watch yourself, nobody else will watch you. And I go back and watch every episode, and I'm always like, God, is that my voice? Is that the way I'm? Is that me? Who is that guy?
That's why I don't leave voicemails, because I'm like, oh wait, no, I don't like that. I swear, like I will hang up and text you and be like, I wasn't going to leave a voicemail, but here's what I wanted to say.
Yet you run a internet talk show.
I know, exactly. And it blows my mind at the sound of my voice. I'm like, God, is that me? But a lot of people say, oh, you're so good at it. I'm like, did you hear that? Like, listen to me. What first got you into acting? You seem like kind of a natural. You got like a good appearance. You got like a good deep voice. Like, it seemed like you're fit for a lot of great roles. What got you into acting and decided this was the path you wanted to take?
The things that you just mentioned definitely added to it. I invested in a publicly traded gold mining company, and I was on the board of directors. I'm a businessman first. Acting has only been something I've done for about 4 years, and the way I fell into it is I was discovered, literally. One of the other members on the board that I just met that weekend is a movie producer, and we went to dinner one night, and he looks across the table at me. He's like, I've been watching you for a couple of days and talking to you and listening to you. He goes, you got a great voice. You got a look. He goes, I was sitting there across the table, and I'm thinking, that's the guy. And he goes, I've got a part for you to play a luxury yacht captain. And I think you're the guy. And I think my producing partners will agree with me. I want to set up some phone calls and some FaceTime interviews to have you do it. And I kind of looked at him shocked and like, well, just so you know, let me be clear. So we're all transparent here. The last time I've acted was when I was in kindergarten, and I was the lead in the school play, but it was because I was the only boy in the whole class, and I had to play Joseph. So he goes, so if you can take that to the bank, here's a selfie of me. Take it to
I wish we had that selfie right now.
Oh,
I would so love that.
That's the story.
It had to be something, though. I mean, the way you told the story, there's this guy who's new to your firm. He's like, hey, you're the guy. You got a look. I've been watching you. You're probably like, all right, dude. You know?
Yeah, right. Like, I've been watching you. Do you want to buy me a drink, too?
That's tough nowadays. So you also got into producing, and I saw your Instagram, and you said you mentioned the movies, and you said more to come, which is great. The confidence and the belief that you're going to nail this is great. You also do some producing. What do you prefer, behind the camera or in front of the camera?
In front of the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's maybe it's because I've run my own companies and I know the headaches that go behind putting something together. And each movie is like you put together its own LLC, and you have to go through all the headaches like any other business. And then you shut it down at the end of production, and then it becomes its own enclosed box to pay out those it's responsible to pay out to, both creditors and debtors. And then it just becomes its own little contained beast and literally a business that's shut down at that point. So I've had plenty of that. This has brought out something in me, the creative side, the emotional release side, whatever you want to call it. You get an opportunity to experience a perspective of people that you never allow yourself in your real life to experience. And that allows you, in my opinion, that softens me as a person. It allows me more perspective. I'm able to be more open-minded about why people do what they do. I mean, rarely is there a moment why people do something that they don't feel justified in doing, no matter what side of the argument you want to take.
Right. Well, that kind of answered the question that I was going to ask, was what do you feel like you gain from acting, you as a person? But you kind of already answered that in what you just said.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I love that. I love that fact. So I do have to ask, what was it like working with Sarah Manning?
Amazing. She's a beautiful person inside and out. The first time I met her was on a Skype call just between a few of us main actors in the film, along with our director, Coke. And in that call, she gave me her cell number and said, hey, Roger, let's plan on FaceTiming and talking about scenes that we are in together and talk about our characters and roles. And within a day or two, we were already setting up FaceTime calls and getting to know each other personally, just to create a bond, like a brother sister bond that we would need and had in the movie. And she was exceptional. She would sit down and say, okay, do you want to go through some lines while we were waiting on set? Let's go through some lines together. We'd take off and go sit in a room and go through a few things and talk through a few things just to calm nerves or whatever else needed. I don't know if she needed that, but I appreciated it because it calmed my nerves. And yeah, it was pretty special.
And she seems like she is very good at various parts, like even just going back and watching her in Orange and Is the New Black, and you're just like, wow, going from point A to point B, like, and you would, if you didn't know, you know, her in another season or movie or anything, you'd be like, oh, okay, she's good. And then you see her in a whole other limelight and you're just like, okay, she's really good.
She's naturally good. And her ability to adjust on the fly at times cracked us up on set. I mean, some of the things she would say that weren't in the lines, and she's like, listen, you just need to go with me. Okay. She goes, I'll pick off wherever you go, but I'll always bring you back to the lead in, the line that you need to go ahead and go in. And she would do that. And I just would let her.
She takes charge, huh?
Yes, she does.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a woman thing. I swear, it's a woman thing.
I got to tell you, for somebody who's new to acting, you said you've only been 4 years, and looking at some of the names that you have worked in projects with: Bruce Willis, Thomas Jane, Aaron Eckhart, Tommy Lee Jones, Heather Graham. Like these are big names. Are they? You know, is it seem like they're trying to get you right with the best people, the best time to build your abilities quicker? Because that's an impressive list.
Well, my story is a little bit different in that this gentleman that I told you I met at this board meeting,
Yeah.
he introduced me to a dear friend that's now a dear friend of mine. I call her my sister, and Mary Allo of Allo Entertainment, and she and I have just clicked on a number of levels, and she has supported me in being in any project she's involved with. And so I've been blessed to happen to know somebody who knows how to get things done in Hollywood and has her own projects. And as such, it just was coincidence that some of these big names were tied to them.
That's excellent. If anything ever comes up, Mary Allo, where you need a podcast team for one of your movies, I've got a couple people ready to audition right here.
Yeah, and I'm one of those people, whether he's going to admit that right now or not.
No,
I'm just saying.
absolutely. You're in the mix. But that really is awesome. And, you know, right place, right time. Do you ever kind of look at yourself getting dressed? You're like, oh, yeah, I've got the stuff. They tell me I got the stuff. Like, does it kind of go to your head a little bit? Like, you know, these people believe in you and they pick you up at a board meeting and just get you into acting?
Well, I'll share something personal with you that's been shared with me numerous times, and it's not me flexing or patting myself on the back, but I've had several people in the industry say, you know, you've got it, whatever it is, including my acting coach who works with many A-listers. And if somebody has it, they don't have what you just described.
Okay. that makes sense.
Those people are the wannabes, the people that are the best actors, at least what's been told me and what I've seen personally. They are very down to earth, very humble, if not even a little bit insecure. Lots of actors are very insecure. You wouldn't know it. That doesn't mean they're insecure with themselves, but when it comes to when you're creating a work as an actor, you're immortalizing that character and your body, your face, your voice, everything on that character forever.
The first name that comes to my head when you say that, honestly, is Robin Williams. The impact and everybody under the sun can say that they know at least one movie off the top of their head, one line, one face, one anything of him, and he immortalized that. He's gonna be there forever.
And he never got it. Like you said, he never really hey. And people say it to me, like I go out and hang with friends and all, like, I watched your show. You're so good. You're so natural on the mic. And I'm like, not me. Like, I have no idea. And they're like, you're so modest. Like, no, I really don't know. I come on because I love it. I come on because I love meeting guests like you and actors and actresses, bands and all that. And to me, I've never seen it. So I definitely don't wake up in the morning and yeah, you were talking that show last night. Yeah.
But that's what makes you special, right? It's not the pretenders. You know, people can see the disingenuous nature of actors that are. We've all seen those kind of movies.
Yes.
So.
Yes. So I'm curious to know what you have planned next. Can you give us any hints, secrets, anything?
I love digging for secrets.
Well,
and I mean, your secret's safe with us amongst, anybody who's watching.
Well, I'm cast in four or five movies right now, two of which I can mention.
Okay.
Armistice, incredible movie that's going to be coming out. I can't give a lot of details about it, but Armistice is the name of one, and the other one is called Bird's Eye. And I'll leave it as it's a Russian spy thriller that has some pretty big names attached to it as well. That will be a lot of fun. So
do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh, I have this great idea. Let me write it down before I forget it. Or do you just have great ideas and go to bed and forget them in the morning and have to come up with them? Because I feel like I should have a notebook next to my bed, but I'm too lazy to write it down.
Same, right.
Yes. All the above.
Depends on the night.
Other times I find myself writing stuff down and then I'm trying to read through the chicken scratch later, and that doesn't really, that's as foggy as actually trying to remember sometimes. So
it's like doctor handwriting. I swear they have a course for doctor handwriting. You pick up your script and you're just like, I have no idea what that is.
I've written my ideas down. The next morning I'm like, I have no idea what that is.
Well, you're writing in the dark, you're groggy, you're pretty much still asleep, but you have this wonderful idea and you're just like, I know I'm not going to remember it in the morning.
Yeah.
Is there a dream role for you? Because I look at you and you look like kind of a superhero role kind of guy. Yeah, good size, got a little Thor thing maybe. Is there any like role that you
I could
would
see
love
that.
or somebody you would love to do a movie with?
That's a great question. I would like to do a kind of Band of Brothers kind of movie.
Oh, great. Yeah.
With some other guys that I could just roll up my sleeves and get dirty in the mud with about whatever we're doing. I think that would be compelling for me. My producing partner, Mary, she calls me her human chameleon because every role I'm in, I look and sound different in.
That's awesome.
And she hardly recognizes me. Like, she's afraid of this Mike Wynn character. Like, she kind of freaked out when she saw some of the stuff and like, whoa, didn't know that was you. I'm like, well, it's not. It's not me at all. It's that guy.
It's the guy making the paycheck. It's whoever they pay you to be, you'll be.
That's who I'm going to be, right?
Yeah.
Would you ever do like a romance or anything like that? You have the look. So like I say that because like I guarantee any woman who's watching this is like, look at them eyes, look at that smile. Like, oh, he could be in one of those heartfelt love movies. But knowing that you like the thrillers and everything, I'm like, can we tie the two together? Like, can you be the serial killer lover who's romantic and then like
very Lifetime.
I'm just saying. That would be the next Lifetime movie. Just go in and persuade women and, be all like suave. And then you turn out to just be this badass dude who's like creeping in the night and freaking people out.
You need to write that idea down by your bed.
I got a notebook. I don't have a pen.
I can see it now. He's handsome with a dark hidden secret.
Exactly.
Roger,
Listen, if you
Dorman
decide to do that in like 10 years down the road, I don't need just the tiniest credit, at the very end when it's going so fast, nobody can read it. Right, I told you, tell me his eyes. I know, girlfriend.
The audience is into it.
That's what I'm saying. But if you do that 10 years down the road, I just need the tiniest little glimmer being like, you're welcome, Ange. Or thanks, Ange, I got you. Something. I will pause it and I'll freeze frame that and I'll sleep with that at night. But you got it. You got that charm.
Well, I'll say this, that one of the roles I mentioned, there is a little bit of that in there.
Oh, see, look, we got another little dirty secret out.
That's pretty good. Well done. I'm very impressed. So like I said, you start up your own companies. You also act. So you're obviously very busy. What is downtime? Like, what do you do in your downtime? What's the normal day in Roger Dorman when he's not acting and working in business? What do you do to kick back? I seen you're very much in athletics, which is super cool.
Yeah, I prescribe to I go to F45 in the mornings. So I work out with a personal trainer. I usually work out a couple hours a day. I also do some yoga and Pilates and fascia rolling. So I'm really into fitness and health. Awesome. That tends to get my day started and relieve the nerves and so on. It's something that I need, to release those endorphins. I'm a scratch golfer. I love to spend time with my kids. I've got 3 kids. 2 of them are grown, but I do have a 9-year-old son that is dear to my heart, that I'm a part of his life in a big way, and coach his baseball team and spend a lot of time with him. So yeah, I'm an outdoors guy. So I found that the key to a lot of my emotions are through physical activity. So it's thus the whole comment about the Band of Brothers kind of thing, because that physical activity, it throws me completely into a role. And you'll see that in the movie Karen. at times.
I'm still so excited to watch that.
Yeah, very
You
cool. You realize you're going to be like, after like the next week, as your baseball coaching, all like the kids' moms going to be like, there's that guy.
Yeah, right. That's we're gonna wait for him to get on YouTube. Prince Charming over here.
Jeez. Or they'll look at me and going, "That's the guy."
Yeah.
That's
I had that in the boardroom, but now I'm having a different "That's the guy" comment.
that's the Ken to the Karen.
Yeah. But then they'll look at him and go, "The guy that we saw on that YouTube show looks nothing like the guy in Karen."
Yeah, the guy on YouTube had a big smile on his face and hand on
The
his
sunlight, it just brings it all out.
Now, I noticed that you were from Utah. My wife frequents there last couple of years, and she goes out later in the season to ski, but she said even in 40-some degree weather, like you can tan and all because it's just great weather out there. Amazing place. Do you ever plan on leaving? Is that your home, even if Hollywood comes calling?
Well, it's interesting. The world has changed a lot for all of us. And so I work with my acting coach through Skype. I fly out wherever I need to go to on set, just like anybody else would. Most of the work, contrary to public opinion or belief, is not in California or LA. It's everywhere. Sure. My last 3 films were in Oklahoma City, Atlanta, Georgia, and New Mexico. Wow. Of which all 3 are pretty big hotbeds, especially New Mexico and Georgia being huge hotbeds for movies. Netflix put a huge studio out in New Mexico. Wow. And there's all kinds of stuff out in Atlanta. And it's all based off of the tax credits that the states are giving these production companies to come in and incentivize them to come bring their movies to them.
So where's your most favorite place that you've been throughout your career?
Well, I've traveled all over the world. Are you referring to just during acting or prior?
Well, now that we know that you're like a world traveler, so anywhere, anytime in your life, where would you say your favorite place has been?
I love, there's a special place on the Big Island of Hawaii that I love to go to often, a few times a year.
I was about to say a few times a week. I'm hopping in that duffel bag.
I love Italy. I've been all over Italy. Yeah, it's pretty special. The Amalfi Coast is to die for. Also, I love Germany. There's some Bavaria area. It's just, you haven't seen green mountains and trees until you've gone to Germany. You just haven't.
Did you drive the Autobahn?
Yeah, and went to Neuschwanstein Castle and did all that fun stuff. So yeah.
That's awesome. So I love racing. So I have to ask, did you floor it?
Well, actually, we hired out there, it's different. This guy or people out there will have $100,000 BMWs as taxis.
Wow.
But they're like extreme taxis in that they're your courier service for a week or for a day. And we hired one of those guys and he did the flooring for us.
Oh, that is awesome. Like a professional, oh, that's great. That's I love that. I'm kind of envious of that.
Around here, when taxi drivers floor it, you're pretty much assuming you're going to die.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 150%.
And it didn't smell like a normal taxi.
No.
Yeah, well, that also. Oh, Jesus. Sounds like you've been to Philadelphia once or twice. Right?
Just a couple times. It sounds like just a couple times.
So that's awesome. We definitely look forward to it. Like I said, I love watching the movies after we have the guest on, and your terrific PR team, Jessica Katz and Melanie DuPont said, look, do you have a window? We got Roger. And I said, we do 2 shows a week now, so I got this Wednesday. Let's do it. And it's going to be great because now I have you on, and then I watch the movie, and I'm going to be like, there he is. There's.
Oh yeah, I'm actually thinking about calling everybody and being like, did you watch it? Yeah. Oh, so you saw Cutie, right? Okay. Well, we're all going to watch this tomorrow. Come over. It's BYOB, and I'll provide the couch, the TV. We're watching it. We're going to have a party watching this tomorrow. We are.
That's going to be the name of your handsome man slasher movie, Cutie.
Yes. Oh, that's perfect. Listen,
Roger Dorman is.
I'm gonna start
TV.
writing notes, and I'm gonna have to send you an email, and we're gonna have to work something out here. I could be the alias. Just let me be on set and watch. Like that's all I need. I'll give you notes. I'll give you pointers. I just want to watch.
She could be your costume mistress, as they say.
Listen, I'm really good.
My new personal PR team that takes it straight to internet radio.
There you go.
Yes,
like
exactly. Throw a couple little games in there and see what people want to guess out and how we can go.
I like Mr. Eyes. That's a good title, Mr. Eyes.
That is good.
So, in sticking to our word, we usually do this about a half hour. We're actually at the half hour point now, and we had a great time. And I want to give everybody, again, all the heads up. I always scroll it down the bottom so people can see as we go. You can find Roger on Instagram at roger.dorman and Facebook at Roger Dorman. The movies are coming out. As I said before, wait for the scroll to catch up, Roger Dorman.
I'm gonna follow you. I want to follow back.
The new movie is Karen. It premieres tomorrow. And then September 14th, it's going to be on BET, and it's a great satirical thriller, as they call it. Make sure you check it out. Cheer for Your Life premieres on Lifetime on September 4th. I know where me and Angela are going to be. We're going to be checking it out. So make sure you check out Roger Dorman. And, dude, I definitely expect to see more of you. Hope to see more of you, and we would love to welcome you back again when new movies come out, and we'll talk about it some more, because you were absolutely a super guest. We had a great time. Your backdrop's great. Everything was beautiful. Man.
I know. It actually started warming me up. I was like, oh.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Enjoy that sunshine for us, because we're about to hunker down soon.
Yeah, and good luck and with your
Be safe.
career, and make sure you just kick ass with it. Roger Dorman, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Excellent. We'll talk soon. That great actor and a great person. And
man, his eyes.
Oh, and
I couldn't stop. His eyes. I'm looking at him and I'm like,
he's a great looking fella.
Beautiful eyes. No wonder why you said he was good looking. You checked him out before even I got to get the looks of him.
Oh, I do. Like when I get the notes from the PR people and they say, we have this actor, this band, whatever. When it's bands, I get right to the music. And the music goes pretty much right on my playlist on my iPhone. And I listen to it all the time. When it's actors, I go right to IMDb, which if you've never done it, it's the greatest place to find any information about actors, actresses. I go to IMDb. I check out their past. I check out their bio. And I start looking and like, hey, this guy looks really cool. Looks like a tough guy, a good actor. And his personality shows he's also an awesome person. That's tough.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, you get those personas. And again, like I mentioned, the names Jessica Morris, who we had last week, and I gave her the same question, and Jennifer Taylor, they're phenomenal actresses. And I'm like, people say, "Oh, I seen her on Lifetime. Gosh, she's such a bitch." And, but that's an actor. That's a role.
See, they say that to me, and that's just my everyday life.
I mean, there's truth in everything.
Well, I'm not hiding that fact. I mean, I'm agreeing with them. You can call me anything you want except for late for dinner.
But that was great, and he's very infectious. He's the kind of actor like, we're going to talk about our own little celebrity crush thing shortly here on the program, because there's always ones that I'm actually going to let him go. So he doesn't feel like he's stuck back there. Sometimes people stay in the green room. I let him go and let him go do his thing. His house is beautiful. I wanted to ask him, I didn't get to it. Was that a giant TV behind his head?
That's what it looked like, but I didn't want to ask him either.
I want to shoot a movie in his house where I'm just
listen.
Lazy couch potato guy never moves off the couch.
I think Sammy came up with the name already.
I like it. I like Mr. Eyes.
Yeah, we already got the plot down. He said it happens anywhere. We don't have to go to LA. So I think we might have to write a script for him, and I'll have to send it over.
Or you do it like this. You do a little play on words. I'm going to type it out for you here. Let me see how I can do it without it looking corny. There we go.
Without it looking corny.
It's going to look a little corny, but look at it real quick here. It's Mr. with a Y and pray Mystery Eyes.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that. There we go. There was actually, I actually wanted to talk to him about the one movie that he has, Breach Out, too, with Bruce Willis in it.
Yeah.
that looked very, very intriguing too. Like I said, I checked out a couple of his things, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm watching that. Oh, I'm watching that. I'm watching all of these." Like, I think I'm just gonna have um, a whole day where I'm gonna just sit here and watch his things. Like,
I agree. I think I blew it. My apologies. The movie Karen actually premieres the 3rd. I kept saying tomorrow, and
oh yeah, well,
I get so amped. It's actually September the 3rd.
yeah.
And I kept saying tomorrow, and I noticed one time he looked at me like this guy sucks at his job. But my apologies. I get so amped sometimes I miscommunicate, but
It happens.
But I get excited, especially for the newer actors. Like I said, I saw his Instagram and it said, these 2 movies and more to come. So he's confident. I hope to see him.
I gotta follow him on his Instagram, so
It's down the bottom, Roger.Dorman.
down at the bottom.
So yeah, where that little scroll thing is, I always show people. Some people are like, what do you mean down the bottom?
Way down low.
So Samantha, Tracy, if you ladies are on Instagram as well, it's Roger.Dorman. And there's a lot of great pictures of him being handsome and smiling and those eyes and the whole 9 yards.
Yes.
Mine for the ladies is JP Shark, 1971.
He's like, don't forget to add me. You like these eyes, right?
Still no ad. Still no ads. But it's
They're taking a coffee break. It's all right. Take 5.
It's all right. We did a show last night. We had a great guest on last night as well. Me and Joel did the O show Tuesday night, and we had a local artist on. His name was Dondi, and he's a rhythm and blues guy, classy, great singer, great voice. And he comes on, and his first line he delivers is, "Well, thank you for having me on. I just want to say, Joel, you are much more better looking than Jeff." What do I do, man?
No, I listen. I will agree to that statement. I'm sorry.
I agree. She's beautiful, and
she's gorgeous.
She definitely is gorgeous. She never sees it. She's always embarrassed, always hiding herself.
Well, it's because we're women. That's what we do.
This is true. I'm a man. I accept the fact that there's no makeup or anything to fix this. This is it.
I know we could fix it. I mean, especially nowadays,
I always tell my wife, I'm like, because she's like, oh, maybe I should put on some makeup. I'm like, no, go out like you are. I'm going out like I am. I can't change this. I can shave. That's about all I got.
You can ask anybody if that, especially if Sam and Jess, sorry, Sam and Tracy are still watching. I was choking on a jelly fruit. You can ask them. This is extremely rare. Normally, I look like the cat that lost a cat fight in an alley. My daughter will literally look at me and she's like, "Are you coming out like that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Can't you look human for once?" And I'm like, No, that's just a lot of energy.
So that was a phrase you laid on me earlier.
See, Tracy, 100%. She knows it.
So whoever Jess is, she's not here, and we're pissed at her because she hasn't made a comment yet. If she is.
Well, what about Sam? Come on, Sam. She knows I'm a hot mess.
Sam officially gave up once Mr. Eyes left the show.
Yeah, I know. She was like, she called me. I'm not. Sam's like, she said she was my mom, and Mr. Eyes left. I'm out of here. I'll remember that. I'll remember that, Sam.
You went from super stud to this. This is
yes. Listen. Yeah, you still got me here. See, yes, me yesterday. I showed up at pool with my pajama pants on.
Now that's Levittown's finest.
I am. Although I don't go to Walmart anymore, but I used to. But you can catch me literally probably 9 out of 10 times wearing a t-shirt, slippers, but right now flip-flops. As long as I'm not going to Tracy's, then I have to have socks on. But it's normally t-shirt, my hair. You might be able to get a brush through it. It depends on the day. And always in pajamas. Like, it's sad. And I have so many clothes. Like, I'm my friend's shopping closet. And I just wear pajamas.
I like that. Like, my wife's like, can I go to Wawa in my pajamas? I'm like, you might be overdressed, but yeah, sure.
Right? My mom swears to this day that I'm the reason why schools do not allow you to wear pajamas. Because I always did it. Yes, and no bra.
No way.
Yeah.
I'll wear one.
Sometimes the boobs really do get in the way when you're shooting. Like, most people don't understand because, like, you know, even if you're tall, your nuts not going to hit the table. So like you don't have to worry about bending over for a long shot and be like, oh, I just got tame punched. No, it doesn't work like that. But us women, we're short, you know what I mean? So the table already comes up to like under boob length. Then you go to lean over and you got your boobs stuck in a pocket or something like that. And the bra, it just rounds it out and it keeps them stiff, so it hurts more. So, you know, I've had a daughter. I'm like the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man now. So like if I go to shoot pool and I don't have a bra and it's like, oh, you fall right into the pocket, like it's cool. There's no pain. It just hangs into the pocket.
You definitely belong at the Walmart. That's fantastic.
No, Tracy, the last time I was at Walmart was on FaceTime with you.
So, like, speaking of genitalia and pool playing, I had to be eliminated from pool leagues because I didn't use a pool stick, but I was still very good at pool.
Oh yeah. Was it the mini pool tables that I buy my daughter?
No, it's the big ones, baby.
Oh, the big
Regulation
ones?
Side.
No, regulation
cue
size.
ball, just
Okay.
give it a- and away it goes. Yeah, I got my Britney
Did
shirt
you
on,
scratch often? I'm just you know.
scratch very often and
There
scratch
was-
my nuts at the end.
It's actually really funny that you say that because we just changed our pool name to Just Tap It In.
Well, I like
Because our pool team actually used to be called Scratch Masters, and we literally abided by that. And it was just like every single time we went to go shoot, somebody was scratching, typically me, and typically on ball in hand, which is horrible. You give me a crazy shot and I got it, but ball in hand on a straight shot, no. So we were known as Scratch Masters, and we really lived up to that. So I'm like, guys, we need to change our name. So we changed it to Just Tap It In, you know, Happy Gilmore. And now we're just like, just tap it in, give it a little tapper. And we're doing good. So the name really does make a difference. I'm telling you, it does.
You lose a lot of guys when you say ball in hand and scratching because that's just, you know, that just reminds you of like a sweaty, hot afternoon standing outside.
Well, you never know. I mean, you could be getting a hand job from somebody's death, and they got to feel everything, kind of like Braille.
I'm down with that.
As long as they're not really long, or at least filed. I couldn't imagine how it would feel sharp.
When I was younger, I don't want to I don't want to get too filthy, but I will anyway. When I was younger, like a lot of guys are, you know, hand jobs are for like weenies. I never minded.
Well, don't hand jobs go on weenies?
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Okay.
for like weenie dudes, I like it all. Just make contact with that thing.
Just make contact.
Wait, even if you sneeze on it, I'll walk by and.
Ew, not with COVID. Come on now.
Yeah, that's me getting COVID in the head of my pee-pee.
I wonder
strangest
if
case
it would
ever.
develop a cough.
That could be good.
I'm sorry. I'm
Honey,
sorry.
home. I've got a new little trick.
Wait, I didn't see your mouth move. I know.
My mouth again. My ventriloquist act.
You know what? Jeff Dunham charges a lot of money to see his tickets, and he's amazing live. But like, if you could totally do that for like a 21-year-old, you'd probably make so much money.
Yeah,
I mean, you would always have to have a COVID, you know, genitalia, but you'd be all right. You'd make money.
COVID genitalia. If that's not a future porn movie, I don't know what is.
And you know what? With today's society, it more than likely will be.
Well, one of these nights,
The next porn are going to have masks on.
yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't.
Or like a
happened yet.
face shield. Oh my God, could you imagine the end result of a face shield? They need wipers.
Like when the girl gives a blowjob, they give her one of the doggy collars. now, so
Yes,
she goes in and
exactly, a
doesn't really
cone.
Spread it anyway.
She got a cone.
Uh,
It's whipped cream for the Sunday.
is that a trademark or did you miss the I in
Yes.
TMI? I'm not quite sure.
No, that's trademark. We're
Okay.
trademarking it, Tracy.
Make sure we didn't miss the TMI thing. I mean, in the most.
Oh no, there's no TMI with me. Tracy can tell you, or anybody who knows me, I should never, ever, ever be put on speakerphone. Ever. And yet I'm doing this. So
I was
come
warned.
on, you know a cone would be funny, Sam.
That would
And
be
yes, I know I should
hilarious.
never be on speakerphone.
I was warned. I was warned coming in. I said, people get nervous. She's like, nope. I'm like,
Yeah,
people
nope,
tend
not me.
to- People tend to think they're ready, and then they start watching what they say. It's like, nope. I'm like, all right, well.
I have no filter at all. Honestly, like I could tell you a story about my life and you would be like, wait, was that real? And you'd piss yourself laughing. Like if I really wanted to sit there and talk to people every day, I'd be a comedian, but I like people, but I don't like people. So like, and I'd be that person standing on stage going, oh, you didn't think that was funny? You got something better to say? Come up here and do it. No, then shut the hell up and sit down.
I actually saw a lot of that this past week. Like
Love you too, Trace.
Friday night we went to see Jamie Kennedy, as I mentioned, and he was he was hilarious. And the comedian before him was like this heavyset dude, and he was from Cali, and he comes out and he's telling jokes. And one thing about Philly, you go to a comedy club, everybody's got to be the comedian. So people are shouting out left and right. And he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna be like the teacher. I'll wait.
That would
He
be me.
sat there in silence. Everyone's like, hey, I got this and that. And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to go on until everybody's done. And it was just really funny the way he played off. But honestly, like I'll tell stories that make people cry. I've said things on the show that my wife's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yes, I did.
That would be probably about 95% of my conversations. Tracy can tell you a story that had transpired at one point during an anger rage. So when and it takes a lot to get me angry.
Oh,
I mean,
tell.
sorry, I have an itch. So in a fit of rage, I tend to either scare the hell out of people or I make them laugh. And there was this one moment that I had said something about peanut butter. And to this day, Tracy will never be able to look at a bottle of peanut butter the same. Ever.
Well, she came out with the no peanut butter and, of course, hit that.
See?
And Samantha with her eyeballs just bowling out. Because I guess everybody knows what's coming out of your mouth but me.
Well, nothing's coming in the mouth, so it's all got to come out.
Wow. Sorry, gentlemen. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, fellas out there.
I feel like that movie Hangover where he was like, well, she had sex with a pilot. She's afraid of semen. No, semen grosses me out. I'm sorry. No.
That's fair. Apparently, Samantha was afraid of your peanut butter story. I guess we survived it.
No, it's talking about spooge. I mean, there's something wrong with the fact that, like, water versus slime, like, and that smells like sardines and just ass. And no, why does anybody want to? No, I don't understand the principle of that. Like,
it smells like chlorine a little bit.
Well, I guess it depends on your diet. If you eat a lot of pineapple, it'll probably smell sweet. It'd be highly acidic, so somebody with reflux would not want to go that route, but...
You write that down. Pineapple. Got it. Honey, I'm coming up. Pineapple
Honey, I'm coming up. Are you hungry?
Pineapple in hand.
I got you some vitamin C. I think pineapples have vitamin C.
Men get this ego thing about not...
Not what?
I was going to say, we're already there. Men get this hurt feelings about not being able to come in mouths or
listen. I want you to do me a favor, okay?
I know you're going to say
the next time. No, the next time that you're alone and you're looking at, I don't know, an Aunt Jemima, maple syrup bottle or whatever floats your boat.
How did you know?
Yeah, because she's got some knockers, man. She's
does
hot,
have some knockers,
and she tastes amazing.
Sweet and syrupy. Yeah,
exactly, I love it. But the next time you're feeling a little lonely, just give yourself a sniff test afterwards and be like, "Do I want to taste something that smells like chlorine and sardines?" And I guarantee your answer is going to be no. I'm sorry, but if women did the same exact thing, I would look at you and be like, "You want to do what now?" No. Like, you can know.
I don't know. I give women credit to take in anything that comes out of a penis.
Listen, we push babies out of us, okay? We don't need to swallow them too. I mean, I eat chicken eggs. The best is like when I'm cooking and it's like, oh, I gotta dip the chicken in the egg, and it's like I'm dipping you in your young. It's just.
Go ahead, keep going. I'm listening.
You gonna pass one of that through here?
Oh,
I told you to be prepared. I have no filter. I warned you several times, and yet, sure enough, here you are. You're like, oh, you want to come on the O Show? And I'm like, are you ready for this?
I gotta say, I've never come on the O Show. I don't mind that. Someday that's gonna happen, but I normally keep my pants on.
Well, I mean, we Sam. I mean, we can only see your beard up, really, shoulders up, so we would never know anyway, unless you look like you're about to have a seizure. And then,
yeah, you get that eye twitch.
Yeah, because then it's like, all right, is he having a seizure? Do we need to call 911? Oh no, he's good now. He's good. He's gonna
behave. I might do a little Yo-show messing because we got this next little thing that I asked Angie if she'd be interested in. She goes, sure. And I actually gave it a name too. It's called the Celebrity Lust List. So we basically are going to talk about celebrities we find hot. And when I told Ann, she's like, "Oh, I'll do male and female," which I mean, I'm sold right there.
Listen, women are beautiful beings.
I agree. Men or not, we're very ugly things.
I mean, you do what you have to do. You definitely suffice in many areas, but there is nothing pretty about a ball sack.
No, we're very utilitarian. We're like a hammer. Like a hammer.
You don't always need to carry it around with you, but it works when you need it.
Well, I always got to carry my hammer.
Well, I don't.
It's not always loaded and ready, but I always carry a hammer.
Hammers aren't loaded and ready.
You know.
I mean, that would be a nail gun. You would be a nail gun because hammers are not loaded and ready.
Somewhere there's a joke in there about cocked and ready. Oh, we got a problem streaming to Twitch rather. Switch.
You got a problem streaming the Twitch?
We didn't get to Twitch tonight, so it wasn't streaming.
Oh no.
That's all right. You know where to find us. I tell you what, all you ladies, I need a timeout. I mean, the bunch of us we got to make our pick at the local Levittown or Langhorne bar and all do this in person because that's hilarious. But
I gotta be nice to the bars that I shoot in. I gotta be seen there every Tuesday night.
Yeah. Well, we'll pick we'll go to the Northeast. That's where all the magic happens.
Oh, I mean, I'll still talk about the bars. I mean, I like the bars. It's some of the people that go in.
Yeah, I mean that's
but that's everywhere. I see that at Wawa.
Right, you can say that about Macy's or Wawa or anything.
God, is Macy's even still open right now?
Kind of. I haven't been to Macy's in a while. So
I'm eating candy. I have no idea if Macy's is still open.
I'm going to start. I'm going to go first. We're going to take turns because I did all the magic to put pictures up and banners and all this of our celebrities.
Listen, I had to think of names. I'm like, all right, wait, who's good looking again? And the only name that came to me naturally without me having to Google like hot celebs was the first name I gave you.
Thanks. I got 4 from you and I put them up too.
I know.
My first one is Rihanna.
She is gorgeous.
Oh, and I mean I like her music. But I don't know if I like her music because I like her music or I just like the music video. Like that So Hard song is a good song. But man, she's like so down and dirty and filthy in it. But yeah.
I love it.
It's definitely one of my celebritarian lust list members. So hit me with
she reminds me of who played Catwoman?
Eartha Kitt, like back in the day or recently?
No.
Oh, Halle Berry.
Oh yeah. Smoking. I would say definitely, honestly, one of my biggest celebrity crushes is Ruby Rose.
There's Samantha and differently. Now she's moved to Facebook. Welcome back. Ruby Rose, and I got this picture because I checked some pictures.
You better have picked a good one.
I think this one's sexy because where the hell did I put it? Oh,
no, I know where you put it.
No, I mean it's there still. Look at that with the tattoos.
She is. Listen, she is gorgeous. She can sing. And I'll tell you what, she's got a hell of a wreck. Like, if you watch Orange is the New Black, there is a scene in there where she is, like, walking around naked, and you're just like, pause. Yes, that's another thing to write down. I told you, get that notepad out. Ruby Rose is the epitome of a sex symbol in my eyes. She's gorgeous. I know, Sam, you're drooling too.
A little drool going on. I tell you what, and it's funny, you mentioned Halle Berry. And
yes.
I'm not saying this to be smart, but she looks like a kind of a lighter skin, lighter version of Halle Berry.
Yes.
Even with the hairdo. I tell you what, man, for years, like, I was never like, oh, I hate tattoos or blah. I didn't care. I like tattoos, but now I've grown to love them. And I love, that's sexy to me. Like, that's, yeah.
I got a tattoo machine for Mother's Day. I've been tattooing cantaloupes and stuff, so working my way to the skin, but there's just something about them I love. But yet I'm afraid of needles. You got to love the irony in that aspect.
I don't have one yet. It's going to happen, but I still don't have one.
You don't have a tattoo yet?
Not yet.
Oh, listen, guys, spread the news, okay? If we can get 1,000+ people to watch, I will tattoo him live.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is definitely something I want to have done on the show. And it's hard to
Oh,
get
yeah.
tattoo artists because they're always so
And you
booked on
know
being
what?
there at night.
If we can even get more than that, we'll have to set up a poll on what they think you should get tattooed. Let them pick.
Whoa, that's a problem.
Oh, it could be something small. You can pick up 4 things, put 4 things on there, you know, so somebody's not saying a dick with wings, but like, you know, make a poll. It don't
Hey.
have to be big. It could be a little gag one, but listen, I'm just saying, I think people would love to be able to see you get tattooed live, especially by me, and then be able to pick.
I can see now. I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night from a nightmare. I'm going to be like, penis on the face! I can just picture this giant penis with the mouth, the head going right in the mouth, tattooed on my face. Jesus Christ.
We could put a mask over it so it's a little PG-13, especially with COVID times, you know.
Yeah,
It would go hand in hand, quite literally.
Let's go from an extremely ugly picture of that to a very pretty picture of one of my absolute favorites, Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Oh, my goodness. Now, I haven't seen Black Widow yet. I heard mixed reviews. Some people said it was so bad they left the theater. Some people say it's great. In my opinion, this young lady can carry any movie.
She can carry a lot of things, but she is gorgeous.
She's carrying it for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. She is gorgeous.
So Tracy already has an idea for my tattoo. And that's what I love about the show.
All right, Tracy, what is it?
You're mid-subject and people just chime in with the greatest stuff. Well, that was not it. She hot.
She is hot, isn't she,
hot.
Sam?
Get your wife's name on your ass.
Yes. Yes. Come on. Come on. Tribute to the wife. You can go in and be like, listen, hon, I ate some pineapple, and by the way, I got you something. And just moon her, and it's her name right there.
The best part is if you look at this little trick I've got done here, using her name, and you could do this on 2 different butt cheeks.
Oh, I so want to see this.
So you get the C on one big butt cheek and S-E on the other. Her name's Cassie.
I love it.
Yeah.
So we get the capital letter.
The giant
and then
C
we
goes
got,
up one
yes,
butt cheek.
yes,
And then
yes,
S.
yes.
Or we can just call her Cass. Giant
Listen.
C and ASS.
I'll tattoo you and we'll do it live. Like I said, we got to get like 1,000 people on here at least to watch you do that. However, you got to shave your own ass.
Ooh. I might just take a
Well,
bath
why
in
do I
that.
have to shave your ass? I'm not bringing a weed whacker with me.
Yeah, hard. What makes you think of... Well, never mind. You know how hard it is to reach your ass with a razor?
Yeah, actually I do. I'm a woman. Why do you think I hardly shave? Because it's a lot of goddamn work. Or we could do the other one where we could do like, you know, the first part where we're like, all right, listen, here's the waxing day. And we're going to see if you... We're going to see if you can make it better than the 40-year-old virgin, you know, and stop screaming, Kelly Clarkson. And then after you're waxed, we'll give you like a day. See, yes, wax it. Everybody wants to see you wax that ass. Sorry, I had to.
Yeah, well done. I got to tell you one thing, though. And as everybody will tell you on the show, I get a lot of female guests, a lot of female co-hosts. I love women to death. They all know that. But thank God I am married, because if I was single, hanging out with you 3 women, the things that you would make me do just to try to impress you, I'd be in deep shit.
Well, the first thing we would have to do is wax you.
Yeah,
And then since both of them have played Cards Against Humanity with me, I think we would have to cover you in honey and have you run up a hill into bear territory screaming that you were the queen of the forest.
Do you think right now, this is a whole other show on its own. I gotta actually like text my wife and see if I can get away with some of this stuff. So we got a great idea for you.
Yes, you need to behave.
I kind of like that though. We make a YouTube series called "What Women Can Make Men Do," and it's about 3 women, you and your friends, and what stupid things.
See, girls, you're already being invited.
Yeah, things you can make me do on a dare because I hate backing down from dares. I really
Oh,
do.
listen, girls, come up with a good dare because it's live right now. So if you write something up there, he's gonna show it and everybody's gonna see it. I'm just saying.
I already am. I'm terrified.
Yes, yes, Sam. You think like me? Come on, and I know Tracy does too. Let's see them dares. Come on.
It's taken mere moments for me to be very afraid.
Listen, knowing my friends, especially since like you've talked to me so much and the shit that comes out of my mouth, you should be very, very afraid. Like I'm actually afraid for you because I literally can smell Tracy and Sam both live so close to me that right now it smells like there's a fire coming from both sides, and that's them thinking of your dare.
I like it. pretty good. But of course, like I said, there's certain limits on this show we can't go to.
Well, all we have to do is put you in a thong. That's not nudity.
That's true.
They wear that on a beach.
I have to.
I wouldn't be tattooing your ass crack. That's just a little.
That sounds so painful. People say the foot hurts. I can only imagine what the butt crack.
I have my ribs and my spine done. So, but I and behind my ear. But the foot is the one that I've been a little nervous for.
She said because it's pretty much from what she said all bone, and she gets.
See, I think on the bone actually feels better.
Usually does.
I heard it.
Usually does.
I heard it when it came out. No, the fattier parts, like I have my hip done, and I'm not a tiny little thing. The fattier parts, in my personal opinion, hurt more. When it was on the bone, it kind of felt like a deep tissue massage. I went to sleep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because they said the foot's so bad because all this bone. It's like constant like stabbing to a bone. It sounds really painful.
Yeah, I fell asleep to get my spine tattooed. They just had to make sure I wasn't passed out, but oh yeah, I was like, I'm good. Woke up with drool all down my face. I'm like, I must have been a really good dream.
See, I like that. It's calming.
Yes, it is. It is very calming.
I mean,
although I'm a twitcher.
Yeah, I would twitch. To me, calming would be like I'm a 40-year-old version. Like somebody hit me with a needle and I'm like, Kelly Clarkson! Like I'd be screaming. Like,
that's why we're all down to wax you, and that way, we'll give you a day. We'll give you a day so your ass cheeks turn back to your normal color, and then we'll tattoo you, and you could go up and surprise your wife and be like, look, because you're fighting, I wanted to support you. So. Yeah, we didn't shave your head. You didn't want us to do that. You look beautiful, but I shaved my ass, and look what I did for you.
I did it for you.
I did it for you.
One of our good friends, Jeremy Umstead, who tunes in frequently.
Yes.
To the program, he's also a tattoo artist. He said, the fatty parts have way more nerve endings. He also does tattoos. He did a little piece for my wife that she loves, a nice little rose. Jeremy, thanks for tuning in as well. And Angela is also into tattooing as well. I love it. I love the people behind it. I love meeting people that do tattoos because their creativity is wild, and I love looking at it. My wife now has, I think, 7. And
I think I'm at 18 or 19. But almost all of mine could be hidden. I was management most of my life, so I had to be able to cover everything.
Yeah, I guess she's got a beautiful, it's an RN one for registered nurse, like right here with the wings and all. It's fabulous.
Right.
Nice heart one. She's got the rose Jeremy made for her. She got a little message from her mom. Her mom had passed her. She left a little message that she had done on her. So just a lot of great ones. And then this beautiful one on her hip. And that's the one I love the most. I love that one.
Jeremy, I need a goblin shark. So maybe we can link up and you can tattoo a goblin shark on me. It's my daughter's favorite shark.
There you go. Find each other on Facebook where the world connects.
Yes.
Only have 3. That's 3 more than me.
Sam, you and I have to get our one. Remember, you're gonna get the B part though, so you don't get in trouble when you get home.
The B part. That doesn't sound very.
I'll have to send you a picture.
Jeremy is down.
All right, listen, I'm down. I'll find you on Facebook through him, and I'm totally down. As long as you're not heavy-handed.
That I don't know. My wife said it went just fine. I don't know.
Yes, Sam knows.
I'm down. I'm gonna get tattooed tonight. Let's get drunk and tattoo.
No, you can't. You can't be drunk while I tattoo you, but you could be drunk while I wax you.
Oh, I don't do any recreational drug, but I get the feeling if you're gonna wax me, probably gonna at least want to be stoned or something.
Well, I'm pretty sure in Levittown we could definitely figure that out for you really easy. But I guarantee you that if I looked at Sam and Tracy and was like, yo, girls, listen, go to Walmart, get me some wax. We're going to meet here, and we're waxing them. We'd be there in a matter of 20 minutes. As he takes another. He's like, I can't deal with her.
That'd be great here because my father-in-law will spend a couple of days and my wife's here. And they would probably actually get a kick out of watching me get waxed.
Oh, my God, that's great. That means we have camera people. Camera and sound. We need the whole... We need it all.
There'll be a lot of sound coming from me. I guarantee that. A lot of tears. A lot of sound. Ooh, where would we check off at? Scarlett Johansson. Who we got next? Give me some.
Channing Tatum.
This picture I got just for you. Look at that.
Oh, my God. And he can dance. Oh, listen, that's like every girl's dream. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's I don't get it. To me, it looks very. It's too squared off for me. But then again, that's
He is gorgeous. Oh my God. You couldn't even have found me a shirt with a picture with no shirt on. Like, this is a tease. You just teased me. I
This
feel
is-
I
And
feel some type of way.
I got an out pass. Are you passing on Tanning?
What?
Tatum?
Girl, have
I
you
just
seen
called
him dance?
Tanning Tatum. Yeah, the shots aren't hitting me or nothing. Yeah.
No, not at all. I switched to T.
Tracy, I like your gumption, man. You get the
See,
Tatum
yes,
action
20
for me.
minutes. 20 minutes, Tracy.
I'm not a Channing Tatum guy. Matter of
Hey,
fact,
Sam, you down? Tracy said 20 minutes. We can have it all.
I'm not an any guy. You can't have it all.
Except
My
for
wife is still here.
except for Roger Dorman. You were a fan of him.
I like Roger Dorman. Oh, she was. Oh yeah, he's a good looking guy.
No, when you said I'm not a I like any guy type of guy, I was like, except for him.
Yeah.
He pretty eyes.
That story was a little weird though, and he's like, "Yeah, this guy at the meeting's like, hey, I've been watching you. You got the look." I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Right?
I would have probably punched him in the face by that.
No, see, knowing me and my personality, when he was like, I'll be watching you, I'd be like, every move you make, I'll be watching you. Singing to him, I would. I'd be that person to start singing, and everyone would look at me and be like, what? He told me he was watching me.
Which is actually a song about a stalker, which took me a long time to realize that.
There's a lot of songs out there that, like, now that you know the meaning behind it, you're just like, oh, damn, I used to sing that.
And I saw this interview with Sting, and he's like, it's funny because people like, oh, that was my wedding song. Or like, that was your wedding song? Like, you realize what it's about, right? It's actually pretty scary.
Gotta love it. Got to love it.
My wedding song was Without You by Motley Crue.
Oh, that's a good song.
I love the Crew. I love hard music. Stalker. I'm the good
Hey,
kind
but
of
listen,
stalker.
that stalkage definitely helped him out in the long run. And if that's the case, like, listen, guys, I'm gonna go to Starbucks at 2:00 tomorrow to get me a caramel apple frappuccino. I think that's what they're called. I don't know. I have to Google it. I'm not a Starbucks person, but they're delicious. So if anybody wants to come and stalk me and like get me into like the limelight, that's where I will be. I'm giving you the heads up.
Yellow
I'm
shirt,
there.
black
Yes,
pants,
listen,
flip-flops.
exactly. I'll even wear real pants. I won't wear the pajama pants. I'll put the bra on. You know, just come and be like, I was watching you. Do you want to be in a movie? Hell yeah, I do. Wait, what kind of movie?
Right? One of the funniest things, and like, again, not to be an ass, but when women say, "Oh, this guy stalks me on Facebook," I always say, you know what? Let him stalk you on Facebook, because if you
Because
find
it's
in
better
real
than
life,
real life.
you never know what you're going to get. Let him look at
I
those
may
pictures
or
and
may
hit that
not
like
have had.
button.
I may or may not have had a stalker with Pool.
Ooh,
Yeah, that was pretty intense. He just continued to stalk me on. I am not. Tracy, I am not.
I like some stalk. Nobody wants to stalk. If anybody got a chance to stalk me, it would absolutely positively have to be Sofia Vergara.
Oh my gosh, she is smoking.
Stalk me. Take my address. This is even a more
Listen.
recent picture of her, a little older, and it almost looks like she got sexier.
Listen, I don't know, because like every day I wake up and I'm like, God, is that another mark on my face? Like, geez, I am not aging like fine wine. And then you have these women, and you're just like, oh my God, like, what water are you drinking? I need that.
We got back to the waxing. Yeah, like,
Yes, see, you agree that do you agree, Jeremy, that we should wax him live?
of course he will. It's always a few
Well,
minutes
listen,
delay to get it done.
that's already a couple people here are already ready for that. So,
You know what?
oh,
I need to hear that.
I
sometime.
do. I do. We're gonna have to record that and play that, Tracy.
And we got to, yes. Yeah, man, you ladies
Yes.
like the ladies. I love that. I absolutely
Well, it's
love
because I told you, women are beautiful.
They
Y'all
are.
men have a purpose, but it ain't necessarily beauty.
it. Ain't no man cutting like that. Whew.
No, not at all.
No.
Well, that's not true nowadays. There's,
Okay.
I've
People are
watched,
dumb.
right? I've watched, what was it, Mario or whatever, where they're like, is it a man, is it a woman? I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, oh, wow, look at that she is gorgeous. And it turns out they're a man. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not even playing this anymore. This is not fun.
I hate to say, back in the day, like RuPaul, before he got a little older, like RuPaul was like You know, like it was a dude, but you're like, hey, it's not a bad looking dude.
Listen, there's some men out there that probably should not have transferred to being a woman because of the appearance. I feel like maybe I should not name drop, but I guarantee Tracy could name drop that real quick because the audience can't get in trouble for anything.
It's true.
Tracy, come on, name drop it.
There we go.
I was going with the other one, but that is spot on too. Yes, that is 100% spot on.
But it's big because there's times when, I got a few cocktails in me and she's on late night and I'm like, man, she's got some big boobs and ass. But then I'm
yeah,
like,
but you know what? I
don't
not
really
only
know
does
what
she got
that's
big
been.
boobs and an ass, but I guarantee her 1 foot is both of yours.
Probably. Her penis is probably bigger than mine too.
Well, yes. Thank you, Sam. You got the second one. They're my girls. Y'all win. I love you. But no, Wendy Williams.
Jeremy got it too, my man.
Yes, Jeremy. I like you. I guarantee Wendy Williams would beat you in a pool game, especially what kind of with the sticks that y'all use. Like Wendy Williams would definitely, she would win.
I don't think just pool. I'm sure arm wrestling, Greco-Roman wrestling. I'm pretty sure that woman could tune me up pretty nasty.
Oh my God.
So, hit us with another selection because I know who you got next on your list, and I'm pretty stoked for this one.
Mila Kunis.
Oh, I didn't have that one. I didn't get Mila Kunis. I got her together with Ashton Kutcher.
Well, they're both hot, so that works.
Okay, so you are a Mila fan. Like, I like
Oh,
her.
yeah.
I think she's very pretty, but she's very...
She's not, I wouldn't say she's like, oh my God, sexy pretty, but she is absolutely stunning. I mean, that may not have been the best picture of her, but she is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely.
But
yes, Wendy is packing.
She's a little too small, though. Like, I need a little bit of something to work with. He's very tiny. Him, like...
Yeah, but that's like a fun-sized candy bar.
You still get that chocolate urge. It's
yeah, you still get the satisfaction without all the calories.
Now he turned me off with the whole replacement of 2.5 Men.
Yeah, no, I will. Wendy definitely is cracking. She's cracking and packing.
Packing and cracking. I like it.
I was a 2.5 fan until he came on. Definitely was not a fan of him in that show by any means necessary.
He's so bad.
Yeah, absolutely. But then I see him in some movies, and like I'm just like, okay. I don't like what was that movie? I don't remember what movie it was where he was like a secret spy, and the dad actually was the one that put the hit out on him.
Gotta say, I haven't seen that.
Oh, that was a good movie, but he was, yeah, I like that one.
Does this turn you off? I mean, Jeremy just informed us they don't bathe regularly. Like, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I did hear that, and that definitely turned me off. But in the same aspect, I mean, one of my biggest celebrity crushes doesn't identify anything and sometimes walks around as a man. So, who's to say I couldn't convince them to hop in the shower with me?
Katherine Heigl, she's sexy too. Who is this? Who are you talking about?
Mia Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, I heard, don't shower regularly.
No, you're talking about your crush that identifies sometimes as a man.
Oh, that would be Ruby Rose.
Oh, Ruby, okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's Megan Fox. That's who we're referring to next.
Let's fire that up there. Love me some Megan.
Oh my God, she is.
Oh my God.
Listen, especially in Transformers. Oh, the things I would have.
I couldn't find a good picture of that, like when she's like working under the car and she's all like sweaty and dirty.
Oh, I could have found you that picture.
I couldn't find it for some unknown reason. Google's not being very friendly tonight, but that's a sexy picture.
Well, it's because you're a man and nothing likes men.
You're a scissor clip away from getting to the parts. Yeah,
Let's say hold on.
Like the bottom of her feet. I stalk her. That's hot. Sammy, that's hot. I gotta find her.
She's gorgeous.
She really is. Even though I'm not now. I'll ask all you ladies. Now you can ask Jeremy why he's floating around. Machine Gun Kelly.
Can you even see that?
No,
Look.
can I ever? Move it over,
That's
look, there
her
we
with
go.
the car.
Oh,
And that was like a 2-second Google search.
Oh,
Stan, listen. Me and you are going to stalk her and we're going to find her.
I'm all about that. Nope. Tracy, give us a nope. You're not a fan? No Megan Fox?
No?
Or Machine Gun Kelly? Because I think he's horrible. I think she could do so much better.
Tracy and Sam, who are your celebrity crushes?
And she loves MCU. What? Come on. He's so not attractive. I'm better looking than him. And look at me. And
Yeah.
So we have one yes and one no to Machine Gun Kelly.
I just always choked on candy because of these two.
Be careful. She doesn't care. I don't get it. I don't get it. I got one more. And I got one more. I mean, I got a lot more because I want to do a little thing with you as well afterwards. I got two more. And this one...
You got to find a good picture of Halle Berry and put her up now that we said her.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. But they're hard to download with all this time. Now, this one I love. And now she came out today and said she's done with the I'm not impressed face. So no more bitch face. But it's a former Olympian... where the hell is she at there? Michaela Maroney.
See...
Please.
I feel like she would be so strong that like she would pop my head with her legs.
That's okay.
She's gorgeous though.
She is very pretty. But
Absolutely.
she came out and said she's doing away with the face, like the lip thing, like it's gone, like it's not her anymore. But she also seems like kind of a bitch.
Well, I mean, a lot of the really hot ones are. I feel like you got that sexy look of like I'm a bad bitch, and they are, or you got that. Yes, I agree with Jeremy.
She was the first one I named, Jeremy. I don't know if you missed that, but yeah, Rihanna is definitely on my list.
He came in with the ass waxing.
Oh yeah, so he might have seen it, might not.
And the
have seen it.
tattooing, yeah.
Rihanna's definitely on my list, dude. I love her. Oh baby. Now I'm gonna lay a couple on you. Well, no, I got one more because I think your list is over, which I don't know how that happened, but.
Well, that's because I kept thinking about Ruby Rose.
I'm going to hit you with this one because I always put this girl's picture up when Jules on. Jules like, oh, please.
All right, hit me with your best shot.
She's a Canadian model and she's also a hairstylist. Her name is Laurence Bedard. Look at this, like the tattoos, like head to toe.
Look at that. Look, just the whole fit. Yeah.
Like the boobies are fake.
Oh, well, you can tell.
But
like just the waist to hip, the ass ratio, like absolutely. And I like the fact that she's not like overly done up with makeup. So it's definitely that more like natural, sexy look.
She actually has a giant tattoo record. Somebody actually says "overcome," and it's pretty hot. Like, so I find her to be very sexy. And it's not my typical because she's more blondish. I'm usually like the brunette type thing. Even though my wife's blonde, and she's always like, that's dumb when you say that. I feel like an ass. But yeah. But I find this woman very attractive. Like I do like the boob to ass ratio. I think she's very pretty. I like the tattoos. I've become a major tattoo guy. Big time.
Well, you're going to get a major tattoo soon enough.
After an ass waxing.
Yes, after an ass waxing, and everybody's down for it. So now you can't back out.
I got three more, and then being the gentleman, I actually picked a dude. If I had to pick myself one dude, I picked myself a dude.
All right.
And no, it's not me. Although.
I was waiting for it. Honestly, I'm sitting here like, tell me he's going to put a picture of him. Like,
originally, I'm like, put a picture of me. I'm like, no.
Oh.
I mean, Ryan Gosling. I mean, more in a pretty fashion, but he's good looking.
Honestly, he reminds me. I feel like he should be on an Amish farm, like tilling something. I don't know. Just this, like, this is an unmarried Amish man right here, because he ain't got the beard going.
For me,
it's like
I had to.
It's like the movie for Virtual Reporter. You've seen that movie, right, with Tim Allen?
Yes.
This is their child who went back to the Amish village.
See, one of our favorites, Irish musician Ray Coleman. Ray, thanks for tuning in. Ryan's a sexy bastard, and he said, I'd bang him. I'm with you.
Hey, listen, the fact that he could say that, listen.
Ray is awesome. Ray's got a brand new album coming out, and he does like all the local scene, and he does Irish music. He's phenomenal. He's been on our show a couple times, a couple of our fundraising shows and all, and he's outstanding. And I love the fact he tunes in, and I love the fact that he backed me up. Me and him are going to double team Ryan Gosling.
I was just about to say that. I like the Irish music's cool. My daughter, she recently got into playing the flute, and one of her like big things that she wants to do is she wants to be like the Celtic woman. And like I watch them, and they do songs in English. They do songs in. Correct me if I'm wrong with this, but I think it's Gaelic.
I believe it's Gaelic. I think
and they are absolutely, absolutely phenomenal. They're amazing. So the fact that like he does that, I think is cool. I've tried to do the Irish dancing. I'm not coordinated enough, and I may break something in my house or on my body, but I've attempted it. I could do the Cotton Eye Joe for about 2 seconds, and then I'm done.
Speaking of a gay lick, I would lick Ryan Gosling's honey. That's a gay lick. That's a gay lick for you right there.
But it's got to be waxed first, otherwise, that's.
They're very cool.
They are amazing.
He said, check out Joni Madden. I'm not familiar with her, but that's a little way. Make sure you write that down. That's where you got to have your pad and paper. Joni Madden.
I'm on top of that, Rose.
Nicely done. I'm on top of that, Rose. That was great.
Right on top of that, Rose.
I actually started following him on Instagram. Keith Coogan, who played Kenny.
Oh, wow.
Because he looks like so different now. He's got like a hairline back to here, and he's kind of short and stocky, but.
Wow, that was like one of my all-time favorite movies, like growing up.
Movie. I've seen 100 times.
I own that movie, and like to this day, I'll look at my girlfriends and I'm like, "You've never seen that movie?" Oh no, we're sitting down right now, and I've done it with maybe not everybody, but I've done it with most people where they're like, "Oh, I don't want to watch this movie," and I'm like, FaceTime, turn around, and they will sit there and watch an entire movie with me on FaceTime as I'm holding my phone, trying to keep it steady. Like, you ain't going nowhere. You're watching this movie.
Kenny? Well, actually, it's Kenneth.
Yes, Kenneth. Kenneth, remember at the end? Absolutely.
Yeah. Just watched it 3 weeks ago. That, I'll give you the guilty pleasure ones. Of course, it's Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Love it.
Adventures in Babysitting.
Yes.
Tremendous. And Clueless.
Clueless was awesome, but I would have to say still out of all of them, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead is awesome. Like, that's still the top one. I love the fact that, like, at the end, she was like, "Mom, go to bed. We'll talk in the morning." And she's looking around like, what?
Like, yeah, right?
Like, and outside, like, did you see the way that entire house looked? And in the matter of, 48 hours, they had that pool crystal clear. They had a whole, like, fashion show over top of it. And I'm sitting here like, I couldn't even get my Intex pool, like, to stay clear for more than a month. And in the matter of 48 hours, they got this crystal clear pool. And I'm like,
it takes me 2 days to clean my kitchen.
I could not make them, what were they, what were the dogs called? The hot dogs that they sold. No, I couldn't do it. And you have to do it with a smile.
Yeah. Alicia Silverstone, yes. The movie Crush, The Crush with Mark Wahlberg. Ooh, God, what a scary movie! Like a good scary. Oh no, wait, The Crush wasn't Mark Wahlberg. That was, I think, that was the Reese Witherspoon movie. I'm thinking of. Crush was Alicia Silverstone was the daughter. Carrie Elways was the guy that lived in the pool house or whatever, and she was the little girl that stalked him. Eerie.
So, you know what I think another good classic movie, well, at least classic for me that I like that kind of brings me back to Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, A League of Their Own.
Good movie. Again.
Great movie.
Sometimes I get that closet man thing like women playing baseball, and I'm like, man, this is a great movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I can't remember her name, but the little feisty one that always chewed the bubble gum with the short hair, she was in that movie. It was like, you're fun. You're a fun time. I might not need to see you tomorrow, but like 2 thumbs up.
There's no crying in baseball.
There's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball.
So I'm going to hit you with these 3. And from a women's standpoint who's open-minded, I'll give you these 3 and you tell me yay or nay. I start out with Wonder Woman herself, Gal Gadot.
Okay. Oh, you want me to give yay or nay right away? Okay.
Yeah.
See, I like boobs. So, I mean,
she's not a lot of boobs. But.
honestly, I'd have to say nay. Only she's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Now, with me though, I'm a full-figured woman. So she looks like she's very tall, and I feel like I would be licking her belly button while standing up. And again, I like boobs. I can't see. Yeah, right. So drop dead gorgeous, beautiful face, absolutely stunning. But I would have to pass. I just need certain features there.
All right, there's a pass. I go to this one next. I got 2 more. Ready?
Yeah.
Shakira.
Oh my God! Yeah, her hips don't lie.
Oh, those hips. I mean, I like them thick too, right? I like a little beef.
Yeah, like I don't want to feel like I'm gonna break you. Like
I always say to my wife, and she gets mad when I say this, but I always say it, like if I go to a deli or a restaurant, I order a sandwich. I don't want like 2 little pieces of bread. You know?
Yeah, no.
I don't meat in my sandwich, you know? I mean,
yeah,
like,
exactly. I want that whole big thing of meat. Yes, Shakira.
big thing of meat. Thank you.
Yes.
Next week.
But she would definitely be like oh yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Absolutely, 150%.
It's funny when they did the Super Bowl, her and Jennifer Lopez, and all the guys like Jennifer Lopez. I'm like, no, I need that Shakira in my life, man.
Yeah, J-Lo is gorgeous, and she's got an ass. She's actually got her ass patented. But I would definitely go with Shakira.
I'd patent her ass.
I bet you would. All right, who's my third?
Don't come here with no fucking salad. Amen. I want no salad. I know Jennifer.
What if it's a salad that would have to be tossed?
Whoa. So if it's salad that's got to be tossed, I believe we refer back to Ryan Gosling.
All right, touche.
I love the picture portion of this program. So the last one, now I asked this because this is mostly a guy girl because of her features. But I want to find out a woman's perspective, and that's Kat Denning.
Oh my God, absolutely. Without a doubt.
I mean, I love the boobs, but I love her face. So I think
and you know what? I love her. I love her attitude and everything about it. She just looks like she'd be that freaky one.
Yes.
She looks like she would be like, oh, wine and dine me. You get back to the house, and instead of like having your half hour of like love touch, romantic, foreplay, she's like, all right, here's these cuffs. Put your hands up.
All right. Sammy's a fan. I like it.
Yes.
Me and Sammy got the same taste. I see that. Yeah, Ray.
Like, I don't know if that damn was the comment of her or what I said.
Not really sure either. But
we'll go with both.
Oh, she's punching you in the face. Yeah, then that is towards what you're saying. But
yeah, listen, I never said that pain wasn't pleasure, but she looks like she'd be that freaky one.
Now, again, remember I said earlier about Scarlett Johansson. That show, Two Broke Girls, is the worst show on television by far. And I still watch the replays in the morning because it's her.
Yeah, but her boobs look really good in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but her boobs look really good in it.
Really does. The show is so freaking bad.
I know. Like, see, I'm that person who, like, I could be sitting here writing something or ironically reading, and I'll have whatever on in the TV in the background, and I'm not paying any attention to it. It's just like almost white noise. And once in a while, that show will be on, and I'll look up, and I'm like, good view. And then I look right back down because it works.
All right, one more. I'm going to hit you with this one because I just realized I never took this picture down. I still let them sandwich me that. Well, yeah, of course.
Yes.
We had this girl on our show a while back, and she's got like 1 million followers. She's like an Instagram model and all this stuff. It's Brianna Dale.
Oh, my God. Seriously? Is that even questionable?
She was on our show, and her stories were phenomenal. She's very, very sexy. She actually gave me an autographed calendar because she does these calendars. And, yeah, man.
Well, I need one of them, so.
I will message her because I'm trying to get her back.
Yes.
She just had a baby. So, and she's kind of picking on herself a little on Instagram. Like, oh, my baby body, my baby body. Well, it's funny. The views went up. Let's put that back up again. More viewers are watching. Ladies and gentlemen, Brianna Dale.
Listen,
she was.
I pimped this out tonight too, but no, absolutely. Like, she would be. She. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I think I'd become a Minuteman too. I'm not even gonna lie.
But the best part was she was on so I say charming, and people say it's weird. Very charming, very sweet, and great girl. And yeah, I'm gonna die now too. Like she was on the show, and she even said, she's like, if you're ever out in California, look me up. And she sent me, she gave me her address on the envelope that she sent to Count.
All right, so when are we going?
Stalker alert!
Listen, I'll be that
Tomorrow?
person to be like, look, I went over there, right? So here's the story. I went over there to wax his ass so we could tattoo his wife's name on it. And it was on his desk. And I was like, oh my God, I saw pictures of you. You're gorgeous. And I may or may not have, took out my smartphone, took a picture, and now I'm here. Hey, you want to have a drink?
So the show's supposed to be 2 hours. We're almost at the 2 hour mark. But we can go a little further because I got to hold that thought. I'll be right back.
Oh, man. I wonder what he's going to go do. I think he's probably trying to prepare for the ass waxing. Oh, I hear thunder. Oh, man. We thought you went to go prepare for the ass waxing. Yes.
Yeah, Roundel 2020. And at the top, we've got, to Jeffrey. Thank you so much for having me on the show. You're amazing, Brianna Dale.
Okay,
Now,
so you're going to message her. You're going to see if you can get me a calendar. And when she comes back on, I have to be here just so I can drool the whole time. See, I would pay to have that body. And I still wouldn't look as good as she does.
I would also pay to have that body.
I bet you would.
Yeah, she's
She is
sexy,
smoking.
but awesome.
Dun, dun, dun.
And so a quick story where I think me and her kind of fell out of favor. So my friends from Staten Island were here for a weekend, and I met them on our cruise a few years back. We became friends. We hang out, and I was downstairs with the guys, but the girls were upstairs. And the one guy saw the calendar. He's like, "Yo, who is this?" My gosh, she was on my show. And the other his brother's like, "Yeah, I saw that episode. My God, man, she was great." So I said, "No, my dad, I could probably text her and get her to say hello." And like, "Yeah, right." I'm like, all right. So I get the phone out. I'm like, "Hey, Brianna, it's Jeff. A couple of my friends are in from out of town. They don't believe that I really know you." And she's like, "Hey, guys, how are you? This is Brianna," like on text. And then sent a little picture of herself. And then I never heard from her again. So I think she got mad at me. But I do have her email and all, and I guess if I keep it a little more professional, she would come back on. She's actually our most viewed guest. Like over 10,000 people actually viewed that episode. You want to talk about nerves? Yeah, and I was drunk, and I actually had a little chipit before the show, and I was a disaster. And wow, man.
That's awesome.
Wow.
No, listen, I'm getting that calendar before. I'm saying I win. I called dibs.
Well, this is 2020, so I'm sure it's a 2021.
Listen, I don't even care about the dates.
Dates. Give a shit about the dates.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about the month. I don't care about the lines on the back. Like, I'm gonna go old school like my older brother, and I'm just gonna pin it on my ceiling, and I'm gonna direct my fan to blow up so that it just keeps rotating the picture for me.
Not a bad idea.
I know, right?
Girl, indeed.
I'm telling you.
When I lined it up, like I told Jewel, I'm like, "Yeah, I got this girl. It's very sexy. She's got like almost 1 million followers." And you can tell, like I said, like 10,000 people watched that episode. And people were flooding it with just the nastiest comments. I had to start blocking people from coming in. But, and Jewel's like, "Oh, man, like, dude, really? Like, too sexy." I'm like, "Let's see." And like I said, so sweet and so charming and just great. I got to get her back on. She's at.
Yeah, gonna need more than one. I agree.
There's a little like montage of all the pictures on the back. Like,
listen, so what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to send me a good picture of that, right? So I can send it to the viewers who want the close up.
Okay, and that'll be part of the gift. Like the 1,000 views to watch me get my ass waxed. The 1,000th person to click in gets a autograph.
Oh, I'm totally down. Absolutely. And by the way, nobody has lived up to your challenge yet. So does that mean that I win?
You win, and your prize is you get to save a couple of hairs off my ass when you wax it.
Down. All right. At least I win something. Listen,
Mommy.
Tracy and Sam are gonna come and help. Tracy's gonna help me do the ripping, and Sam's gonna sit there and piss herself videotaping it.
Well, I do need somebody to retrieve constant alcohol, so I'm going to need a lot of drinks.
No, what we do is we lay you down and we get you a crazy straw. So it's just right in no, he's getting the whole bottle and we're just going to put the crazy straw in the bottle so he could just keep sucking.
Apple pie moonshine.
Listen, you better save me a swig, okay?
I will. I absolutely
I'm over here
will.
drinking green tea right now.
I told you, have your booze ready. It's the kind of show we have here. It's a booze
I
show.
did. It's gone. I didn't want to get up and have you guys just stare.
One drink?
No, that was a pretty good drink. But I didn't want you guys to stare at my awesome, Halloween Christmas tree because everybody thinks I'm nuts. But it's cool. I am.
Let's give one up. Let's give one up to an awesome night on Yo 2.0 and the Yo Show. This goes to Angela for being awesome, Sammy, Tracy, Jeremy, Ray, and everybody else that tuned in. I thank you very much. A huge thank you to Roger Dorman. Fantastic. Don't forget, it's all scrolling down the bottom. 2 big movies coming out. One called Karen. It comes out September 3rd in select theaters.
And the 14th on BET, right?
Right, 14th on BET. So that'll be out then. And then Cheer. I thought it was Cheering for Your Life. He's a cheer. Okay, Cheer for Your Life, which premieres on Lifetime September 4th. We love our Lifetime movies here on the Yo Show. We always get great people from that. So make sure you check out Mr. Eyes.
Yes, I was just about to say, Sam, listen, on Tuesday night while we're not shooting, we're going to bring a notebook and we're going to start making the script for him. And, we're going to send it to him and we're going to see if he actually makes this Lifetime movie come true.
I'll tell you what, if there's not a Mr. Sammy Sophia, maybe I'll get to his PR gang and see if Roger Dorman will come to PA and take you out a nice evening.
Yes, listen, I'm going to stalk that. It's okay. And then I'll walk up to him and be like, I was watching you. I was watching you.
Mr. Eyes. You just got to share that. So I greatly appreciate everybody that did tune in. And Angela, wrap it up, man. What'd you think? How was your first go-around, man?
I'm ready for round 2.
Right? Let's go from 11 to 1.
Listen, I'm down. You tell me, and I'm good to go. Good to go. You just got to give me enough time to, look humanized and not like I lost the, cat fight in the alley.
Absolutely. We do have a great guest actually next Wednesday, and these are one of the guests that me and Joel kind of put together, got on together, and we got such a great list. But next Wednesday night, Yo 2.0 comes back with a local musician who's been kicking ass, doing a lot of great things. Her name is Laura Cheadle. And she will be on our program.
Oh, she is gorgeous, too.
Oh, very pretty. She's great. Very talented, too. So make sure you tune in. That's next Wednesday on Yo 2.0. Next Tuesday, Joel and I are actually, we actually had to rearrange guests, so we'll give you the insight on our website, www.theyoshow215.com, Facebook, Instagram, of course, The Yo Show 215. Bring her back. We will. Sammy, absolutely. We're definitely going to bring Angela back sometime because I had such a great night.
Yes, bring me back.
She has a great audience and great people to follow. I laughed my face off tonight, so thank you to you ladies and thank you to Angela. Leave us with 30 seconds of wisdom.
Me? 30 seconds of wisdom? Don't be afraid of who you are, and the most flammable kind of wood is the chip you carry on your shoulder.
You said wood.
Yes, hardwood. And that's actually that. I was gonna say something earlier when you mentioned Stumpy's. I was just like, Stumpy's has really hard wood. They don't ever wet their wood, and the moist wood is the best wood to stick it into.
Actually, I just did something disgusting. So the other day, I cut my foot like. Really
Sam's saying that you better bring me back.
Oh, I will. Absolutely. I cut my foot really thick, and then I just smashed it on a chair, so I'm like gushing blood out of my toe.
Well, if that was... Well, we know he likes iron, ladies.
Took me all night to get her a little awkward. Actually, frozen her trigger.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. I was actually going to say, if you can't duck it, fuck it. But in this case, if you can't duck it, suck it.
If I could suck my toe, I wouldn't need a regular job. I'd be very, very famous right now.
If you could suck your toe, I would... be really impressed that you could even touch your toes. Most men can't stand up and touch the floor. Let's see. Not quite. I bet you could lick your elbow though.
No, I can't. And I've been through that joke a million times too. You know what we're gonna do next time?
Yes, Tracy.
Maybe we'll pick a Wednesday night where I don't have a guest, or we fly through a guest and we have. I almost said it. I almost said a fivesome, but whatever.
We could do that. We could do it. We could totally do it.
I'm counting 5. That's when you know I've had too many drinks. I'm counting 5.
We could do it because I'll tell you what. If you think that the shit that comes out of my mouth is a little intriguing, is the word that I'll choose to go with. Tracy is as bad as I am. Well, no, I still think I got her a little bit higher on that level. But Tracy would definitely be the one to sit here and have a conversation with all of us. And you would just sit back at that point and be like, look, I'm just going to sit here and listen to y'all. And then you add Sam into the mix and it's game over. You might as well make some popcorn.
And the best part is, like, you probably think, like, all right, because I'm sure, like, my wife loves hanging out. And once she gets better, of course, she's ready to be running. And you're probably thinking, the guy's wife's here. Like, I got to calm down. No, she'll be egging you on. She's like, no, let him have it.
Oh, yeah.
And she'll
absolutely
let me right along with you. So trust me, there's no safe haven for me. I'm always guarded down and ready to get socked.
Oh, yeah? Are you ready to get socked?
Always ready to
Okay.
get
Are you gonna pop up your male crush again one more time as you're saying that?
I don't have a male crush.
Uh-huh.
I do have a male crush. Bam!
Oh, there you go.
That's post-beard me. And, of course, the woman on my left, for the ladies who are not familiar with the show, is the lovely Jewel Tatey, who you see
Yes,
Tuesday
and she
nights.
is gorgeous.
Thank you. She's awesome. We absolutely love her. And, she'll be back every Tuesday. She's like, 2 nights a week is just tough. She's got a great little girl, and, she's getting all the activities. She's into soccer and softball and extracurricular activities and all. So, got to let Jewel be a mommy sometime and not always push her on board. And that's why we, it's funny. Again, I put the picture up of me and Jewel, and I see more viewers coming on. You people are friggin' horny bastards.
She's hot. She could do Tuesdays, and I'll come on once a month on Wednesdays, and that way we can let other people take a turn.
I got all kind of ladies. I got ladies. I got Sammy. Sammy looks hot.
Well, no, we're gonna have at least a foursome with all of us listening to us. We're gonna have to mark this as like a total rated R viewing if it's the 4 of us on there, like 100%.
We might get banned from YouTube. That's humanly
possible. No. We'll all stay dressed, especially Tracy. Like, no matter what, she'll always have socks on.
Wow, there's a story in there. Oh, my God. But, yeah, unfortunately, I guess I got to cut us. Let me set up the exit music because that's kind of a project all on its own. I know you're watching like, man, that guy makes it flow so easily. It's actually quite a pain in the ass to get everything out of
And I'm just sitting here, 100. Enjoying myself, talking,
you did
being
a great
me.
job. But you did. And I finally taught Jewel how to do the hosting page, and she still doesn't do any of the hosting stuff. But
like I said, you guys were good with for some things, just not looking at a ball sack.
Right. Ball sack is not pretty. And
not at all. Like I said, you're useful for things, but,
not all things. Utilitarian, as I said.
Oh, I'm sitting pretty. I'm actually just leaning back like, all right.
Get ready, everybody, for the Facebook ads. Jeremy, you got something coming to you. Sammy.
And we will link up about that Goblin Shark tattoo.
We'll link all this up together. More great Yo 2.0 and Yo show stuff. I'm like thrilled by tonight. I had such a great time. The 2 hours like flew by. Huge thanks again to Roger Dorman. Outstanding. And next week, Laura Cheadle on the program. We are going to take you out with the movie. Oh, my God. See, I get stuttery near the end. It's all the truth.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to take you out with the music of St. Ricketts, www.stricketts.com. This one is The Catalyst. And, of course, on Tuesday nights, we do it with Fire Cannot Burn. These guys are absolutely awesome, and I cannot wait the brand new album. I'm, like, so excited, man. I get excited easily, though, so that's not saying much. Me being excited, it's easy.
We won't tell anybody your secret.
Thank you. I'm like, very excited as you hear it hit the desk. For the lovely Miss Angela Marie, who I am so proud to have with me tonight, I am Jeff the Shark Perny, reminding everybody in Music Land, don't be a douche. And we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Always forget to raise your volume. There we go.
Oh, that would help. Bye.
Good night, Ryan Gosling. I love
There
you.
he is. Yes, thank you, Tracy.